Hmm? Hello there. It's your boy. Am I on? I can't even see myself. Oh, okay. There we are. You know what? I'm in the wrong studio. I wondered. I'm in the wrong studio. That's why my thing's doing that. And I'm in the wrong studio again. Oh my god, what's going on with my mind here? Let me get the not the banners style, classic style, not classic style. That's not what I want. I want there. Oh my word! I pondered this. I don't know when I was making sure the music was on, but this is the what studio am I in now? I don't even know what studio I'm in. But I know that the YouTube is working, so close it out. I could have sworn I put it under Tasty Talk with Tasty Cake. It was just like last week. I had last one I put in the wrong studio too. It was like I think it's time to condense studios. Just well, because I messed up with the Spill the Geek Tea live studio. I think it says that, so we just do live shows there. And we got the regular Spill the Geek Tea studio just for the recorded shows. And I had a Tasty Talk with Tasty Cake studio, and somehow I managed to get into the wrong studio. I went from 3 viewers down to 1. How nice! I know the sound works because I heard myself talking, but I know which. Whew, I see the duck. I set places I wanted to go to. I said, no, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. No one's on Twitch. That's kind of wild. I mean, all the stuff's the same. It's like banners and everything else remains the same. The ticker. But there's the end stream button. But where's thumbnails are. Yeah, these thumbnails are specifically for Spill the Geek Tea. There's the intro. 30-second clip, and yeah, I didn't go to the boosted things, and so I can have an outro in this one. I need to have an outro. I need to have we've only kept the 30-second intro, and I just automatically click the button to go straight into the next video to the boosted Spill the Geek Tea intro. Don't have it combined, and the outro, I just don't have an outro for my show. I have plans and things in the future. Something comes about, I know what I need to do here and there. That's all right because we're on the same StreamYard, so that doesn't bother me. You just kind of what, and then on the bottom of the screen, because I got out of Tasty Talk Studio, I just kind of keep an explanation of why I call that when I call these live shows Tasty Talk with Tasty Cake, because my friend, co-host, and moderator, and model maker Kenzo's Creations kept saying like Tasty Talk, and I just say, okay, I'll use it for the live shows. And the YouTube channel is Tasty Cake. Through StreamYard, I do Tasty Talk with Tasty Cake. I'm just so used to, if I'm making a video on YouTube, I just record it through my camera, Logitech camera, and I still have not downloaded Windows 11 yet. So yeah, there'll be a time that short time. Everything should work out right, but then again, I had Windows 11 installed, and the computer balked at it. Balk, 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 balk. So I don't like the idea of being forced to do Windows 11 when I really don't want to right now. Oh, so close. I'm just not prepared for anything. So close. But I record all my videos through Logitech. And just, there it is. It's a computer. I listen to it, make sure I have sound. Excuse me. And then I upload it through YouTube. That's all needs to be done. Wow. Wow. So my little Wi-Fi thing seems to be all right. And I keep dropping this thing. They said, well, you're supposed to bend the camera down an angle and clip it on there. Every time I lift up the flap, kind of worried. So I just take the whole thing off, Not glued on. Just sits on there. But I did it yesterday too. I did the announcement yesterday saying the show is on today, which everyone knows 5 p.m. on the weekends. You can catch me 5 p.m. on the weekends and the middle of the week, no matter where. I'll have a little blister right in my eye hair. It was a bit throbbing, so I tore it open, and it was a good thing that I did, because again, it was throbbing. I closed my eyes and just feel irritation. So day 3, I've been trying to clean it out as best I can. Nasty stuff, like right there on my eye. Right there on my eye. All the places. That was a little bit of a, if you're turning out too much, like, well, I need to make sure it's clean. Make sure be able to, it's not just a bit irritated. Otherwise, I would have gone like big bulging thing and then take a, no. I'm working on it. I just, rub my fingers against it, make sure if anything comes out, it comes out. Right next to my tear duct. But how I did this again, put in the wrong studio. It's all good. Still, I was wondering, I got into my other studio. Where am I? And then on the bottom, it said, oh, yes, enter studio, because I had it pre-planned. Everything's preset. But tomorrow, on the STGT Live Studio, which I created by going the long way around, because I don't know how I did it, but I did. And it just makes sense. We just keep the live, doesn't really matter, because we can still delete everything and create new studios, but organization. We're going to be doing Easter Sunday, where we're going we'll talk about Easter, our Easter memories. Candyman will talk about his time in Spain for Easter, which was quite shocking. At the least, yeah. And what we knew about Easter, and then throw in the bits and pieces like, well, the bunny is supposed to represent this, and somehow came that way. And then what I heard, and he's not into it. Mark does not believe in what I said, because it's what someone said. I was like, well, it's interesting. He didn't believe that. But it's the whole thing where we learn, we live, we learn. then there's Loves. So we're going to see about that. Because I like that premise of what was stated in a video on Instagram, which I've sent out a couple people here and there. Interesting take. And so we'll go from there. Because the week after is the 27th. It's going to be a pre-recorded episode. And also next week during the pre-recorded episode, I want to I want to record a pre-recorded episode for an idea I thought was going to happen but didn't happen. But for my purposes, it's going to work. Part 1. Be funny if we call it part 2 because Kenzo's Creations and I are going to record some short videos. I'm going to do it for a playlist on the YouTube channel for Spill the Geek Tea. I'd watched a video. I also subscribed to the guy. And I sent the links out on Facebook. Yeah. About how to make your YouTube channel spectacular. This guy has like 1 million views on his other channel. The award is like ginormous. It's black chrome with a gold button on there, and it's over 1 million views. Like, wow. I'm not expecting that ever. I have heard again on the last video I made for Snack Reviews that I should be doing ASMR. Well, I just don't remember these things. Make longer videos and ASMR. So if I'm reminded, because if I write it down on paper, I'm going to lose the paper or stick it in the box saying I'm going to get to it later. I kept the comments. So I was like deep down on my email now. I say, wow, thank you. Thank you very much. Very nice. Kenny. Speaking of Kenny. Wow. So Kenny and I will be doing some videos, probably start off Monday or so, just to get it going, a little playlist on YouTube. So that's why technically we do that video, start off the videos like tomorrow on Monday. Then Jake will be hosting part 2. Part 2, yeah. Kenny and I already did part 1, so it's like, so Jay, you got to be on the part 2 episode. But also, the idea for this was, I thought, not assuming, because you never, ever assume. Because when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. I'm not monetized, so I can say that. I'm out of moves. Bugaboo. But it's also compiling a list of information. And learning from this, watching part of this guy, because Christian sent the video link. Well, I still got to go through my memories. I'll go through. Did I ever get that Spider-Man? Spider-Man Noir, which I love that Spider-Man Noir. Yes, I did. I got it from eBay. It's a damaged box and came with Spider-Ham. All in black, and he had the trench coat, the boots, and the fedora. It's like, wow, carried a gun. And I was looking at those Marvel Legends collectors, and they had Spidey the way he first looked, which was red and black. But through comic books, you don't have it all black. Like for the Hulk, he was gray. It was like, dude, it's too much gray. So they had to give more color scheme. So Spidey became red and blue, but sometimes he was red and black. And then went to the whole black. Then went back to red and blue. That's why in the movie he had red and black. So those are my colors. Like Superman, the black shield, not the yellow shield, because it was just so unique. It's like, wow. It was that darker blue, the black shield, the red S on there, and that's what I stuck with. That was my thing. So when I watched again last night, 5 POA, he was doing his head swaps. I like this Superman head on this one, and then this and that. And he said about those uh, sticky things, which somewhere over there. I gotta dig it out. He got a Superman shield. So, oh, okay. So I ordered that. And just watching Corey Make Shape Create. Yeah, but you want to wait for like 15 minutes. Because Christian says after 15 minutes, YouTube doesn't really care anymore. But the first part there is like, I try not to. But the word assume. That's why I had it. I'm not gonna pull what, like when Mark Hamill goes on interviews and talks about Empire Strike. I talked about Return of Jedi back in the day when Harrison Ford said, "What the kid? Why didn't you tell me?" I said I had to use that. I had to drop the F-bomb because I don't know, for authenticity or something. It was, and Harrison Ford always says to him, "I don't sound like that." You got a lot of never come around here. Has anything new came out? Anything I got? I don't think anything came in the mail besides. I know it came in the mail. Oh, my leg. Oh, my leg. Okay. So the loose one I got. The loose Vader. Another, I never had gotten this one. I think I got this Vader with the collector stand, not collector's base. It was in stores or something. Or Big Bad. So it's the authentic. My fingernails are sticking to his cloak cape. Excuse me. So I finally have this Vader. Loose. And this the funky transparent Vader. Which for the to match with everyone else with the bluish tint to it, I guess so. I prefer that prototype one when it was not the blue shade, but the black shade. So everything just fit. Everything looked much more better to me. So I would love the prototype version. Who wouldn't? And I had no idea what this little thing is on there. So I got it now. Getting a loose Superman in the mail. Because I want to customize that one. Customize him with the black shield. Because he has the darker blue. Dabudi. Because the Superman that came out with the black shield and the Falcon, the Eagle, had a big old bulkiness and the big cleft in his chin. Like, mine's very small cleft. Not a cleft Clavin either. But for the darker blue Superman, putting on the black shield with the little water sides sticker thingies. That's cool. I'll do that. That'll be in the background. Fortress of Solitude is not yet available through Amazon, which comes with the robot. But that's what I want to do. I would have display the Fortress of Solitude, the original Superpowers Supermobile, and the new one, which was straight from the cartoon on the other side. Original Superman in that one. New Superman in that one. Put Clark Kent in there. I am not getting gold outfit Superman. I don't like the way they look. Tan Superman. I don't know. People like the blue to him, but I don't like the way he looks. Tan Superman, no. And the one in the black outfit, yeah, I was lucky I found that one at GameStop. I only paid $10. Like, I am not opening up that figure. That's magnificent. I love that figure, but I can just go through the Mattel figures from the past that I did get, because that was one of them. Like 5POA, he has quite a few there. Well, I'll just go with the McFarlane ones, minus the 3. The Mattel ones, which were kind of obscure. Maybe the Total Justice, because I do have red and blue Superman. I never got the largest scale. Couple of the new McFarlane 7-inch scale figures. It's mixed up. So I have Fortress Solitude with the Superman with the vehicles, and like, boom, my Superman collection. Just what I really like. To go further and say, okay, here's Cyborg Superman, Eradicator, Steel, Superboy, Supergirl. It's a little too much. Even though I do have them from Mattel. Eradicator is a mail-in. Someone made a... I'm not sure if I ever got Cyborg Superman back in the day. I just remember that Eradicator was a mail-in figure. Steel and Superboy were available, so I had those. I honestly don't remember, but not Supergirl. Supergirl just kind of like disappears. So I'll make my little scene and then say, "This is what I got. Look at that beautiful scene. Okay, it's for sale. This is for sale. This is for sale. This is for sale. So. And that's another video, which where to sell things. Just little short videos. Maybe make some shorts out of these things. The dude on when I saw the link was saying how to do your best or make the best out of your YouTube. He said, don't put shorts on your main page. Make another account, put all the shorts on it. Like, that's a lot of work. Even though, and he said, even like when if you made a video, like it yourself. So people say, oh, it has like so many likes. Because I look at some videos, I've only got like 4 likes, 34 views, 4 likes. So he said, like yourself, because you went through it, you liked it, set up another account. Technically, I did. When I did Spill the Geek Tea original, when I messed up and created it on the same account as Tasty Cake. And when I deleted it, it warned me. So you sure want to do this? You still have time to come back if you want to. I went, oh crap. Bring it back. Bring it back. So I had that backup page. So use a backup page to like your stuff and let people see, oh, and comment. And that's what Christian has learned as well. On the Messenger, we are not supposed to give out our rumors on Messenger anymore. You go on the episode for Legend of Trying Tars of that particular thing, and you put the rumors down there. So you have the chat continuing on and on, back and forth. That's how you get more people going on. So, okay, we shall do. I gave my thumbs up about being on Tuesday night. I haven't watched it yet. This morning's episode of Lux, but a lot of people like Lux more than last week's, more than last year. I mean, Faith Kelly, Legend Trying Tars, why couldn't she record a video and they would just put her video on the show? It's like, no, here's the comments. So Christian's reading the comments. I was going to read Mark's comments, which I kind of did. So he's going to kill you, which is funny. So it's Dave and Mark watched it this morning. It was 8 o'clock in the morning for Mark and 2 o'clock for Dave. I forgot about it because I wanted some sleep. And because of my eye thing, saying, yeah, I can wink my eye. It's not swollen. Clean out that dang thing. Shows it. I need to wash my face with some cleanser and not just water. And I wash my skin with some body wash and not a bar of soap because Irish Spring has not done diddly for me. It done diddly for me. I still get the markings. So all these things, how to make your YouTube channel better with tags. You go to this thing, that thing, and it will sort your tags saying this tag is more important than that one. So that's what you look for in the first few. When you title your video, make sure it's similar to the title of when you make the video and you put the title on it. Make sure that title is the same as the title for when you're broadcasting the video. Yeah, I'm going by memory. What's wild? Switch out your thumbnail. Switch out your picture so people see the things and do the subtitles. Make sure you try to put automatic subtitles here. I try to do that. I kind of figured out a bit. They go through there, see what the subtitles are actually saying, so people, it's redundant words. Yeah, hear what it's saying. Like I said, mic stand, but I did not pronunciate, so it says mic. So it says mic stand. Okay, stand. So it can be translated so other people can watch it and do the other languages. So I threw one in Japanese. I don't really think so. Just go back to your old stuff. Christian's going to do that. He's going back to the old stuff once you get those people in there. For me, it was, once it's done, it's done. Yes, Kenny always does that. That's why I get these just for the new playlist on the YouTube channel. Just short videos, 5-10 minutes here, 5-10 minutes there. Just go. Here's a topic. Here's a topic. Here's a topic. Just to have something, and then we'll figure out. Is there something later this year? Something next year? There's always something we can talk about. Because we had the same. Look what I said during Legend of Trying TARDIS when someone comes back to be in charge again and things are all screwed up. Basically, what I said. Out here I am eating a Triscuit Gouda. If it's still on sale, I might buy it again. Or I may just open up a bag of Ounce hot honey pretzels. I start noshing on that on Tuesday night. That'd probably be best. I could do a video on that. Yeah, I still gotta look back. See, did I actually do a video on the blueberry moon pie that was given to me? I said go through the bag, so I grabbed 2 pieces. Ghirardelli sea salt almond and little chocolate caramel. So I said, I'm not gonna eat these at work. I got apple slices. So I'm gonna eat these later. So there's plenty of snacks. I mean, I probably have 3 months worth of snacks. At times I just didn't feel like anything. But Monday, Monday we do a couple of Kenny and I can do some videos just to create his playlist on Spill the Geek Tea with ideas, and then I'll come back. In the studio here. So record it in this studio. This is a proper studio. And then I'm going to look and see if there's any little shorts, just a few seconds just to get someone in there. It's like, oh, he's talking about this. It's like, and then like everyone else does on Instagram and TikTok. I'll create a short and just lead it in as a boom, like the one when I was Satanized. But of course, that was done by. Oh my goodness! I didn't know how they were going to do that. I had my picture taken twice. I wasn't smiling at it, but I I wondered how Eliza. I said my friend Eliza in England. She's in the Satanized video by Ghost. Like, and I went to watch the videos. Like, well, she's not in there. How's it? And then I went and ordered the patch set, which had Papa P. I can't say his last name. I said it once. Papa 5 Pretorius. One is it says Ghost, and one is the upside down crucifix because it's broken. Looked like a G for Ghost. So I ordered that, and I will figure out a place for in there somewhere. I do it for the warning, but the girls only have T-shirts and records and beanies and like. Don't you have like an ornament? Like when Velvet Chains had a metal ornament, which I don't remember where I put it. It's probably in the drawer. It has to be. They're all somewhere. Like the little plastic piece that fits over Spider-Man's arm, which is a symbiote piece, which fell in there. I don't. Not worried about it because that was an impulse buy. And I'm thinking I should once I find that piece, I'm gonna switch Spider-Man back. He had blue eyes, leave it be because he's the one he'd be able to hold it. If I really wanted to, I just use a little paint his eyes white, and that's perfectly fine. It's my custom. It's like what I'm going to do with Superman. When I get the one with the dark blue, I'm going to put on the black shield with the red S because that's the Superman I liked. That's the because it's different. It's that darker blues. Hey, it's different. It's unique. It's very Fleischer Superman, which I love that figure, which I put him over there. I still haven't done the April display yet. And a couple of days, and yesterday was Superman Day. So I'm using the Fleischer Superman figure next to me. Of course, the others are just sitting there. I got one of those Renuzits. Like the all nice and fresh and smelling here. So I just look at it and go, look at the floor. Yeah. I look at the SpongeBob figures and go, I would display one of each. But from this, I don't know why they put Robot SpongeBob. And they never made. What else I got? Ross. They had more Krabby Patties, but I still got 2 boxes of Krabby Patties. They never made the other SpongeBobs, like a Doodle Bob. Doodle Bob and Robot SpongeBob, they kind of fit. The one in the Wild West, I could have made more. Or maybe they did, but Ross didn't get it more. It's from Just Play 2022. Why did I get this? Muscle Bob Buff Pants. What you call him? La 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 la. But this channel is Tasty Talk with Tasty Cake because it's on StreamYard. Tasty Cake is just YouTube. So all the stuff on there can come to YouTube. People on Facebook, I can see every once in a while if someone's on Facebook watching. No, 3 on here and 1 on Twitch. But people on Facebook have notified me. And I also get the same message when I'm on Legend Traveling TARDIS. Can't post comments to some destinations. Learn more. And he's got like a dozen destinations. Like, whoa. And I'm not even sure if Hanging with the Web Show is still around, but it still shows Hanging with the Web Show webpage, I guess, still exists. So he's, they have control of that. I never watched it. For life of me, I didn't know who Christian was. Does he remembers things that I remember, but I don't remember seeing him. So I said that he came from that. The Mandela effect happened. Mandela effect happened and the universe crossed. That's why I don't remember him, because I'm in the old timeline. So he owes this in it. Do you remember me? Because he remembers locations, remember this and that. So that's one I will give to the Mandela effect, because Christian was with the Guardians of Gallifrey and he wasn't there when I was there. It's kind of a. So when you're talking about SpongeBob, we're supposed to talk. We're supposed to start talking about porn stars, right? Yep. So anyway, I can't think of anything. I'm looking at the big giant piece of cardboard and another piece of cardboard. Ooh, a piece of candy. I taped, because if I get if I try to find another piece of cardboard box as big as that one and tape up higher, then I can cut out the light completely. But I have a cardboard box and a big piece of cardboard covering up the window, because through the blinds, there's that little light comes through and it's just shining on my stuff. I kept changing, altering it. So it's fine now. It's starting to lean a bit. It used to stand up straight. Now it's curved. Isn't that Peyronie's disease? Go see your doctor. When I got home, I see today, rough day, rough, stupid a-holes. It's coming to the store because of Easter. And now it seems that people are in a way of cheating, because before people say that, hey, don't have their food stamp card on them, so you just type in the numbers. We had to have a way of activating it through the system. Now you can use any card, any which way, just to try to activate the system to go, recognize a card is through there. And when I went through my side, it said invalid card. But somehow the piece of garbage went to the other register and figured out a way of using her cards. Then it says enter your card number. And that's the only way you can do that is for food stamps. So cheat. They know by memory, so they don't have to get a new food stamp card. It's sickening, highly disgusting, especially when you see how much money they got on there. So let's see. Was it this one? $306. Was this today's? Was this today's numbers? April 19th, yes. So let's see. Cookies, Captain Crunch, Funyuns, balls, peanut patch, ramen, chips, Callaway water, cucumbers, stick in both holes, cheese puffs, Sprite. $105 in food stamps. $105.07 total. That's with the. I keep losing track of how much our sales tax is, because the county commissioners scared people enough to raise it a penny. So it's like we're 8% sales tax and 4% in food tax kind of crap. Sprite. 24 pack of 20-ounce Sprite. And didn't have the coupon because they would have to pay with the coupon. And some don't have the money for it. You don't have pay the tax? Nope. But you got food stamps and you got your whole thing. So $105.07. Food stamps $101.03. Ending balance $306.17. Tax forgiven $4.04. So a couple of days ago, douchebag goes to my line, says, "Are you open?" I go, "Yes." He said, "Well, I don't see a light on." I say, "But I don't see a light on." I said, "But you asked me if I was open." Then he goes, complains to someone who narcs on me, saying, "He's got an attitude." It's like, an attitude that you asked me a question, I replied, and I'm the one to blister my eyeball. People need to be taught a lesson. The bigger virus needs to come in and just eliminate them. So here's one. This was not food stamps, but the last one I talked about before I added something else, she had the exact same number. The dude spent, I tore off the bottom part. He bought, what was the most expensive? He bought, let's see, cans of Libby pineapple. He likes the pineapple. Because, girls like pineapple. But like this, that's nothing. Eggs, grade A extra large eggs, dozen, $4.79. So it's another company, but they dropped a little bit, just a little bit. Frito chili cheese. That sucker costs $5.89 for a bag of chips. That's robbery. He bought a cab filet mignon for $25.06. And of course, Natural Light 15 pack for $14. So it's real money. You're using his money to pay for everything. Debit card. That's why. Taking chances there. So the only thing is, again, Frito-Lay ripping people off. He spent $101.01. 10101. And that's what the horrible food stamp one had. 10101 before adding one more thing. And then try to swipe, say, "I've done this before." Like, you're lying sack of lying sack of. I want to look up 10101. See what the binary code is. Here's one from 7 o'clock in the morning. These people are coming through the door. Like, what the fuck? What? I wish. But said to my boss, this one spent this much. He goes, "Well, as long as you're buying it here, keeps our business going." But my dad said when he went to Publix, they had 2 buggies full of foods, two carts full, and you just knew they were food stamps. And they didn't care while people were looking for buy one get one free, because in Florida, when Publix is originated, you buy one, you get one free. You come up to Georgia, you buy one at half price. You don't want to, you buy it for half price. That's how they do it. But you end up paying food tax, 2%, 3%, 4% kind of thing. That's what kind of gets me too, because now that BJ's wholesale is coming to Byron, because not in Warner Robins, is not in Centerville. It's going to, it's going to be a $60 membership, and the food tax is going to be higher rather than But then again, it's driving. We live close. I live like minute, not even 1 minute to get to the highway. Then go down the highway, and then onto the bridge to go onto the interstate. And then we go straight to Macomb at 75, 80 miles per hour. And then about 20, 25 minutes later, if everything is good, there and then to the exit, get to the Walmart over there, which has been robbed. I mean, you should be careful. Then they have a Cracker Barrel because by the interstate. They no longer have a Target. They no longer have a GameStop. Still, and they still got and no longer have the Michaels. They have moved to North Macon, which is again starting to get corroded. But this part of Macon, which everything's basically shut down because of crime, they still got Sam's. So it's cheaper on tax. It's just, a little more wear and tear on the car and the gas. But then again, I can go to the other Walmart, which sometimes has something. My mom can go to the Cracker Barrel. We go to the other Ross. That's a good thing. Sometimes they get something. No DDs around. They're all. I mean, even in Central Florida, DDs were down West Colonial Drive. We have a place, Pine Hills. We call them Crime Hills. Popka. Ooh, how am I going to do this one? Can I do this? Oh, shoot. Popka has a lot of gangs in there, but it's everything else because Florida became overrun with Hispanics there, and it's always on the news. There's always crime here and there, crime here and there. Here it's being a southern state, it's other crimes. A woman was not found guilty for killing her husband. Because she's, I don't know. I'm just very careful because doesn't matter who's who, they're always going to cause some problems. So tonight, I call upon the universe again, winning the Powerball. Because I don't want to work anymore. Because tomorrow I'm going to go into work. Oh, I'm so, this is what my assistant manager said. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm mocking people. When they say, oh, I'm sorry you had to work on Sunday. And he replies, well, if you weren't in here, we wouldn't be working on Sunday. I might say something. Say, I'm sorry you had to work today. Well, you're here, aren't you? This morning, we just opened up. Are you open? Hey, Howard, am I open? What blatant, ignorant people, these knuckle-dragging, dirt-eating, vine-swinging, inbred, swamp twats. There's no fog outside, so I can't call them fog people. What's that supposed to mean? I can't believe you're open on Sunday. You're here on Sunday, so don't talk to me. I'll see how I feel. Because tomorrow is an 8-hour day. So I was trying to. Oh yeah, I still got to send my other system manager the video from Ghost of me in it. I love that video. So cool. It gave me a double chin. Like, I'm trying to get away from a double chin. He gave me a double chin. AI gave me a double chin. Save me from the monster that is eating me. I realize that's for me. See. I know after watching like tons of interviews with Tobias Forge and not even thinking, oh, it's their albums are on Spotify. So I can bring up Spotify and just listen one day, not Monday things are planned. And also I need to watch Lux because everyone is quite enjoying episode 2 of Doctor Who, season 2, episode 2, season 2, Lux. And they have their ideas now of well, you had to see. There is a classic Doctor Who reference which Dave believes, and since you can just see Dave and Mark watch it, and then their response, which spoilers will happen. So I'm not really saying anything wrong, but Dave believes there are 3 judges, which is kind of a common thing, but believes it's related to Sylvester McCoy's Doctor. And how this episode may be linked to an episode coming up with the singing thing. So he liked it. Eliza liked it. Now Faith liked it. So everyone's liking it. I gave my review positive because everyone else gave it such a negative. But for me, it's like, well, my attention deficit hyperactive disorder, like I don't remember so much, So it's like quick clips, this and that, try to remember. So I just want to give it that positive thing. I don't want to have so much negativity. Because enough negativity, that's why I've been doing videos, because it's like, okay, I just come on live show and just say how stupid people are. Which, let's go over this one. Food stamps. The total balance was $51.55. Food stamps was $49.57. Remaining balance $65.50. Ruffles 50 cent, 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 59 cent, 59 cents, 4.29, 5.69, 5.69, all small items. Ruffles cheddar. 50-cent bag is not even worth a quarter, for God's sakes. But bags of chips, hot fries, Doritos, goldfish, salsa, Skittles, Hawaiian Punch, some cut watermelon, which my assistant manager, she doesn't want to sit in the office anymore. She'll just go in produce and just start cutting up produce, get everything done. She's happy with that. I will check the comments in a moment. Juice string. Steady D, all right. Pepsi, cupcakes. You can get bakery items on food stamps. That should not be allowed. You should not be getting a $30 birthday cake for free. It's not an essential item. The essential workers that dealt with the stupidity of people coughing and breathing on them, which, again, I might have caught it one time. I don't know. But after 3 weeks, I felt fine. I'm still trying to figure out a way of reducing the tinnitus by some kind of acupressure thing. But junk food. All this freaking junk food allowed. So I wish we were one of the 3 states. Hi, Pedro. I wish we were in one of the 3 states. I wish we were all in the same states. Now we had to sign a piece of paper saying we will not sell alcohol to drunk people. And with the IDs, that had to be a valid IDs. Like, isn't their birthday enough valid? No, they have to pay the money to update their card to say it's valid, that they can if it's either personal ID, doesn't matter. It's like, pay for it. There's no expiration. But on driver's license, you have to see the driver's license expired because it's a valid form of ID, even though the birthday is right there, because they'll find a way of putting you in jail and fining you money or BS. But you cannot sell to a drunk person. We don't know if they're drunk or they're stupid, but it's like, well, call a manager. Because that's what I did for the lying, cheating piece of garbage. I used a regular card to activate food stamps, which is now legal. Because Walmart, they just had to type a number. We don't have that ability. You had to have something. Now they found a way to cheat. That's disgusting. So let's go back to eggs. Frito-Lay. It's but it's addictive. I mean, I got the oons, 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 oons. What's underneath that stuff? I don't want to dig out of it. Yes, Pedro, I'm also in the wrong studio. Oons, oons. We will not be in this studio tomorrow night. We'll be in the other studio tomorrow night. Studio that I didn't really need to. All in all, I mean, it can come down to I just can do one studio. But it's just me and Greg. So for me to bring in Tasty Talk with Tasty Cake Studio a little bit late because I was just so used to being on YouTube and all the faults of the signal, whack. Not even thinking that friends on Facebook are watching. I just can't read their comments unless I bring up the Facebook page. Like, I just forget. Like charging up the phone, watching Kenny on that tiny little screen, but to make comments when I can just I can just bring up my tablet. It's upside down. When I can just bring up the tablet, boom. I used to do it this way, but then it's like, well, I just flip it to this horizontally, and let me see here. What a Weird Toy Transformers Beast Wars. There's Katie. I know Kenny's on here somewhere. Oh, more 2000X coming to Motu Origins. Hurricane Hordak from Toy Habits. Streamed 18 hours ago. Toy Habits. A lot of do not use this for evil. How to hypnotize another person's mind. Honestly, I would tell them to what they go do with themselves. Go walk into the middle of the road. You piece of garbage. Is he really that bad? Patriot Prime's reviews of Optimus Prime. Patriot Prime, he's good too. Let's see. My subscriptions. I just wanted to bring up Kenny's thing. Oh, Punk with Toys. I stopped watching Punk with Toys for a while. They're all talking about Lux, Legend of Driving TARDIS, Watch Party. Streamed 13 hours ago, an hour and 17 minutes. Mark liked it, so Mark liked it. Dave really liked it. It's not a 10 because Mark said Blink is a 10. So Dave gave it a 9. I just want to. Oh, it's 6 o'clock. My screen got dark because the whole bring up the light. The blue shade has been turned on. Out of memory with Everett. Okay. Just another metal loss. Judas Priest scare. Oh yeah, the drummer Judas Priest died. But when I don't do this on when I go to sleep. I don't know Spanish because my learning disability. I'm trying to learn anything, so never shown, of course. I just have a hard time learning things. So I keep the tablet horizontal, so I'm doing that, but I bring up the big screen. Oop. Doesn't work. Full screen. Thank you. So I do full screen. I'm watching Kenny on the full screen like this, and I fall asleep. Then I go back the next day or so and watch the rest of Wednesday night show, and then the rest of Friday night show. I don't do Saturday night show. I try and it's like, okay, everyone's talking. I only do this for the meditation music to put me to sleep, and for Kenny to watch his show. And then go back. Oh, it's this. They said when you're doing a YouTube video, go back into your old ones and, when the screen pops up for another video, put in your sequel part 2 or something. So I did that for Electronic Sucks part 1. I put in part 2. So I should go back in part 3 and then part 3 to part 4. I used to do that, and I was like, I just got tired. So I don't do videos anymore. I just do snack reviews. Now my foot hurts. Diabetes. Check your blood sugar. Check it often. And there's supposed to be things to reduce your blood sugar, which I need to watch those things because I got a lot more chocolates. Okay, back to the thing. Eggs are still does $12, $1 an egg. That's a 2050. Be so lucky. Maybe the ghost of what's his name will go through and burn Georgia again, through Atlanta. Oh, Pedro. Yeah. Again, Dave gave it a high note. Mark liked it. So I gave my thumbs up of I could be on there. I just had to watch it. You got a lot of things on there I gotta look at. Facebook memories. Let's see. Wednesday. So Wednesday, when I'm here doing a 2-hour show, because I understand. Actually, Kenny said if there was no storage left, the live show is still going to go on. Doesn't need any storage to do a live show. But when we ran over 2 hours and 10 minutes, and it said cannot post this, so I had to cut the video in half, and then Grant went straight to doing premium, so I would show the entire episode. We just started doing that. So I understand the storage part. Again, I'm just trying to figure out, being the show is live, but I know that on the free account, it says you only have 2 hours of streaming a month. That's all you're allowed. 2 hours streaming. I was like, for me, I wasn't planning any live streaming. It was just Mark and I it was me doing interviews, one-on-one interviews. So it's just be for Tasty Cake. It's like one-on-one. So, okay, here's a few questions, and then leading on to here, leading on to there. So it's all recorded. So I never had the intent to do anything live. But when that says 2 hours a month on basic, and premium is as long as you want, I don't know about core. So I'm just going to keep it kosher, keep it subtle, and just keep it under 2 hours. So then I can go back and do the things I didn't do today, because I got home a decent hour, clean out my eyeball and like, let's not eat dinner. Got some cake in a minute. And I was watching videos. So I was watching Make Shape Create. Corey, he said how to make an action figure yourself. So you go to that 3D maker, he made that whole body. Then he went on his computer and made his head. And they stuck his head on using parts from John Cena and Skeletor battle armor. So he's got his own battle armor Corey with a power sword. And that was free. Not paying $70 for that one company on Instagram. Because I asked them twice. I didn't know. I forgot to ask them one time. And they gave me the price, even though you're supposed to send them a picture, then they give you the quote. They gave me the quote, $70. And Kenny said it was good. And Hordak DX, they replied to me. So Hordak DX didn't say anything. This other company said $70. But when Corey made a 3D figure himself for free through the YouTube page, which I did save. He also has on his page. He did the link, so I clicked on the link. There it was. I saved it. Subscribe. So easy 3D print. Do the thing on the computer. adjusted, so that is the way. And it's free. I like that. Because yesterday I was looking at pictures because I asked Oz, the color schemes. He said those are the colors that he liked that he listed. And he just, doesn't want to do anything. So I said, maybe someday. Someday I'll convince him to come back and do a show. But not right now. So trying to get the girls on. Trying to get Katie back and Eliza back. And of course, with Eliza, everything that's going on in the UK, she's not, not too happy with everything. I understand. She hasn't replied to me. But acquaintances, what you can do. But she'll be back one day. She's gonna go see Ghosts again. 6 tomorrow. She said she would see it Sunday. See Ghost again on Sunday, which I've watched an interview or an article or whatever. They said the character sister something was the character was killed, and you know that at Publix used to have these chocolate ganache cakes, and of course they got smaller because back in the day when my ex and she got me that, it was like huge, like whoa, all the little fancy chocolate things on top, and say, oh, this is what I got. And so I get it for my birthday, for another birthday, for anniversary. My parents just had an anniversary. They're smaller, and of course the price, So for my birthday, I said I don't need a chocolate ganache one. Just get the plain old yellow cake. It's disgusting, the prices and how others get away with, they get all the money they want while I'm working my earth off, struggling, dealing with these horrible people that complain at the little slightest thing because I'm smarter than the average bear. Hey, boo-boo, I'm smarter than the average bear.
Gee, Yogi, what are you going to say if they say something?
Well, if them, boo-boo. They go with themselves, boo-boo.
But Yogi,
let's get up effing picnic basket before Ranger Smith finds us. Oh. I need milk. Got milk? Thank you. No. They don't know how old I am. Nasty lactose-free milk. Which my dairy manager said those people that are lactose intolerant are normal. Not supposed to be, except lactose. Lactose is a changing of the system. So that means I'm in the old timeline. The old timeline where I cross over Christian here and then something screwed up my memories and my body. It's vanilla lactose-free milk. I almost got some more green milk. But we're aiming towards Star Wars Day, so I'm expecting True Moo
to have the blue milk again this year.
And I had 4 half gallons last time. Finish it off and get a new one. So I don't think I drank it all in 1 week, honestly. I might have. But in the course of 4 to 5 weeks, I drank half gallons. I drank all my blue milk, which I like better than Disney. Then we had the green milk, so green milk for Minecraft, which I have one container. It's just vanilla milk. I was put on the eBay or whatever and saying, "Hey, I have the container," because you can't find the container anymore and people are throwing them away. Because some dude I saw had every version. I didn't see them all. Version from True Moo for Star Wars with just a label. Had this version, that was what? And I saw the gallon chocolate milk. I saw the gallon white milk. It's like, where'd you get that? Regional stuff. I mean, I have from Star Wars big, ginormous Star Wars Special Edition display. It was like huge. I wanted the Death Star, but the manager kept the Death Star. I mean, that'd been awesome. Just the Death Star. It was from Frito-Lay, but this thing was like, shoo. And I also have the cardboard R2D2. I got it from Kroger. I had a couple things from Kroger. Some I passed on. I didn't want it. But got the R2 cardboard version of the cooler. So that's in the other room too. So I got a lot of things. Too much. Okay. Get back to all this. Let's see. I still got to watch that video too from Greg. So the day of just winding down, got home early, but still watching Corey's video. I was like, okay, we'll zip through. Watch him do the creating thing. So that's nice. There's a free way of getting a 3D head, which, the last time I got 3D heads from overseas, I used some kind of different filament, and that thing is like, it left a mark on my, this is me filing my nails. I actually filed my nails, but that thick filament was just locked in this thing. I used a sanitizer to clean it off, and almost cracked the neck because it was stronger than the actual figure itself. I really need more versions of 5-inch scale heads. A little bit softer material. A bit softer. The first ones were okay. They weren't super strong, but the last thing was like super strong. Again, almost cracked the necks. So I just want to put it on Davros's body, so I have a 6-inch scale version of me as Davros. Not just the 3 3/4-inch version of me as Davros. So any version of me is awesome. So more Doctor Who versions of me. At least half a dozen. So I nitpicked with those. Like, what body would I choose? Can't use Jodie's one because they never released the Master wearing his outfit. They just released Jodie wearing the outfit and saying she had to go change. If they released the Master wearing the outfit, yeah, perfect. Male body, wearing that, paint the hands, put my head on. That's my outfit. That's me, Mario. It's a me. Oh, I hit the wrong button. And for make a 3D print of that figure, no, it's not. That's a lot of paint. So even 3 3/4-inch figure, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go that small because, like I said, the newer versions of after Revenge of the Sith, they were just a head on top of a ball joint. Even though the figures were cooler, 3D printing things. So that's on a back burner. Making new versions of me as a Star Wars figure with the proper hair part, the parts on the right side. That'd be awesome. New Star Wars versions of me. At least three versions of me through the Masters of the Universe. I did order Frosta through Entertainment Earth. I put Orko on there, but then the shipping went up in price. Like, no, I already ordered the set from Entertainment Earth with the Orko and whatever. Oh wow, it was the Grizzlor and the other cartoon villain. So I do hope they can include another Orko so you can put him as his uncle. That would make sense. But then again, does Mattel want you to make sense? Do they want to help you out? Or are they trying to get you more money? But I get the set. With 4 figures in the set, we'll see. At least I ordered Frosta because she sold out on Big Bad. And when Home Arcade did that, I was like, oh my God, look what's going on here. Frosta's too cold for him. And I can't anymore. As I said, someone asked, how did Macho Man Randy Savage sound the way he did? A lot of screaming and smoking pot. It's like, oh yes, step to Slim Jim. Oh, Elizabeth, you complete me. Oh yeah. I can't sound like Mr. Home Arcade. Huh? Pedro, yes, you are. You are part of Spill the Geek Tea. Yeah, big companies. They want to pull those stupid little games of theirs.
Screw them. You see the bitches?
You on the show. Greg produces. I play Candy Crush Soda Saga while everyone else does their thing. So, in essence, my late director is probably looking down at me, cursing as well, as always.
That's just being lazy, you lazy ass.
Because I'm not doing anything. I'm just, I created the show, Paul. I'm producing it. Well, most of it is Greg and I going back and forth. Much like Dave and Christian going back and forth. And they're saying, who pushed the button? I was like, I had my hands up. It's like, because I can produce Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, but I was only offered one time. And I should have accepted it. I was like too nervous. And now that, 24 episodes under the belt, or underneath my gut, over 24 episodes under my belt, and not one you can produce a show. Not one you can host a show. Oh well. And that doesn't bother me. Be kind of cool. So I can actually put down a thing. I actually co-hosted Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, or I co-produced an episode of Legend of the TARDIS. Not the my studio is in StreamYard from the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. I mean, it's do I want to go that route? I mean, when I was working on names for the show, my channel, I said, "How about hashtag Guru without a TARDIS?" And he said, "You can write you can write our coattails you want to." That's that wording. Because there was a book came out through Target Books, not the store, that was called Traveling Without the TARDIS. So that's why I went with, hashtag Guru or something like that. And then my brother in the UK, he's like, how did you get away with this? Because he was in marketing and advertising. How did you get people to go on a tasty cake? Maybe because people don't know how to pronounce it. Or it's again the algorithms through YouTube, and that's what I really should work on again because I'm not seeing. I think they kind of got bored. Let me just take a quick look on my numbers. Ouch! Somebody won Mega Man's. I can't go back to that because it'll send me every time I get to the article. I see something, try to go back, and it's gone. Somebody spent $5 a ticket and won a jackpot. Oh, somebody won! Maximum Spider-Man simple mods using a Dremel. Ghost. Peacefield. Oh yeah, Peacefield. That's their new video. Peacefield. I need a 888 9 likes. 300 taste. Not through their website. Oh, it's enhanced audio. Okay, I'll get back to it. Timescales is live 2 hours ago. Italian water buffalo, camembert cheese, la Cesara, Siri, camembert di Fala. Tag words. MMP Toys uploaded Epic Power Rangers Dino Charge Animation 2025. 3 hours ago, California timescales is live. California Treasure Cult Cheese Franklin's Telume Esto covered by San Francisco Chemical. Vendor Cottontail VA. Look at the some commented again. They like the ASMR. They said I could do ASMR, do longer videos of me eating, making, but yeah, Picture Trade uploaded how to make yourself into an action figure. So, as I was watching the I didn't watch it live. I only watched Dave and Mark live. I was so sleepy. I looked at my clock and went back to sleep. It was like 9 o'clock. So I watched the video and I made a comment. Live show on Easter Sunday as we discuss the basics of bunnies and birds, courtesy of springtime and stuff. See what I did there? Because Mark will always say, spill the geek. Dave was like, oh, yeah, I'm also still. So I put in the address. Now it's on, and I also fixed it on StreamYard because I don't know what I did the address bar. This is for this video for Ghost Peacefield. It says youtube.com/watch V equals J capital C capital C lower X P X R Z 2_0 underscore O. I did twice. Like, what is this? And like last month, I went into the banner. Where's my banner? Okay. Because everything is just in groups for all of us. So I went to Spill the Geek, just look around. Okay, it's the same thing that I did before. And I and make copies. Copy, paste, copy onto the notepad, and paste it over there. I went into the banner on Legend Shark Cars and fixed it. So it says Spill the Geek T1. Only thing notification. I like this replay. And oh, 626. Something like that. Is it good now? Am I good now? Could be with the Let me scroll down here. I saw calling someone drunk or stupid in Texas, and there'll be no new crowd content. Yes, look on Wednesday. I shall be on 5 o'clock. That's how. Yeah, I keep getting those media assets mixed up, but I fixed it on Veteran Trump. Okay. And I know when I save a when I click to create, I save the picture. I go on to Photo Filter 7, which is free. And sometimes I would just create a box and just fit it into the box. So it's all nice and clear. But if I just paste it and it comes out this ginormous picture, when I go back on the StreamYard, it cuts off the edges because it's too big. And for some reason, it's blurry. So it's me just going into, which is strange because I just need to know the size, which it probably does. I just can't find it. The size of the thumbnails that StreamYard is allowing, then I can post it. But like when I go to YouTube, it's all blurry. I'm just copying and pasting. It doesn't. Maybe that's one of my questions too. Like, why is my thumbnails blurry when I try to paste it onto YouTube? That aggravates me. The one of me with the two little icons, one on this side of Tasty Cake, created by Radical Toys, and the teapot created by the Candyman. That's clear. I just don't get it. Things I just don't understand. Parents just don't understand. I mean, I should watch it because I want to be on an interview. I mean, Faith Kelly of the Legend of Charming TARDIS, she liked it. She gave the last one an 8 when I gave it a 7. Again, I just wanted the positive stuff because we're all just going, yeah. It's it's escapism for me. It's Doctor Who. It's not what I remember. But then again, Capaldi is exactly what I would remember of classic Doctor Who, but no one liked no man. So I said, well, let's go with a woman. And I was in love with Jodie. I still love Jodie. Her stories, like, I just didn't see a story. I saw her. And for Ncuti, very talented actor. They played with the fantasy for the last one because, again, Chibnall did these things. He made Gallifrey go away again. He did the end of the universe thing. He had the freaking book to make Doctor Who and saying, I'm going to be like the guy who created episode 8 for Star Wars. I'm going to do it my own way. Rian Johnson. Wow, I remembered his name. I'm going to be like Rian Johnson and just do things my way. And then we come, oh man, I'm out of power. Power down. Turn off. Oh man. There goes another hair. This happens. I wash my hair. So Rian Johnson created episode 8 and did his whole thing, which was different from episode 7, since episode 7 was just a copy of episode 1, which was copies of episode 4. Which my 3 fan films are just the same story. Identity Crisis was one thing. And then I expanded it, making it a novella. So when I did the fan film, I went back in and from the TARDIS, I threw in bits and pieces of this would happen. This would happen. The novella exists. I just had to go back in and edit words, mistakes, find some bigger words. The second film became a documentary, so I couldn't get the people I wanted to do it. But it was the same story, changed the characters, and it was short. The story was exactly the same as the original version of Time and Fractions. No, the original version of Identity Crisis. I think I can call it alternate responses. Alternate responses was identical to Identity Crisis, but I expanded Identity Crisis to be a novella. I wrote a story in Identity Crisis, and I copied it to become the prequel to Identity Crisis. Slightly changed the characters. It was the same story. I liked it so much. I took the story, made a copy, prequel, and it led to the main story. And so the deja vu thing, like what? Oh. I wrote it. I did it after writing the novella. Then alternate responses happen, changing the characters. Then Time and Fractions, which I never wrote the story, just have the script, all the footage. I had so much bits and pieces I wanted to do in the first film, but it was different. It was a twist. It was things that were different completely, which had the same general guideline. So I understand how episode 1 is similar to episode 4 because it's the same story. And episode 7, it's like, take the Star Trek dude who changed Star Trek for it's the same thing. We don't like it. Then we go episode 8. It's something different. Why'd you do all this? We don't like it. Then he takes over again to fix what mistakes was made. Why did Rey have to be the granddaughter of the Emperor? Because his younger clone, got married, had a kid. So he's saying clones can have kids? I mean, genetic material, I don't know. I guess so. So there we go. Let's see. So Mark came in half an hour ago. I'm not sure if he's still here. Cajun honey sounds nice, but codfish not so much. But that's the whole thing, isn't it? The codfishing wrapped in a newspaper, a little bit of salt and V, add a little bit of S and V. I never added salt to my fish. Vinegar, yes. Or a splash of vinegar. That reminds me, they're considering bringing Arthur Treachers back. I think it was Ohio. Was it Cleveland? I don't know. But the idea of bringing them back, just like the idea of A&W, but of course they just condense themselves. Big Boy condensed themselves, going from Bob's Big Boy and Frisch's Big Boy. That's what I had in Orlando. Even Shoney's Big Boy. But then it came out with Big Boy. And my ex and I were there a long time ago. And it was just, that's why I found out in Wisconsin, they put tartar sauce on their Big Boy burger. I still can't do that. I just can't get the idea of, or when I do think about it, we don't have any tartar sauce. And when we do, I don't think about it. Maybe one day. Or look to put some tartar sauce on my burger, please. And the Candyman has a live bunny for tomorrow's show. Because besides pictures of what happened in Spain, I don't think we still got to update. We still got we still got to put the pictures on the other studio, since I'm in the wrong studio right now. I don't know. I got in the studio, got I have this thing in the wrong studio again. No one on Facebook. A couple people on Facebook. Mark Muncy was on Facebook. Mark Muncy has Erie Travels show on Instagram. Wanted to follow me. It's okay. Of course, it's Mark. I want to get Mark on Spill the Geek Tea. I want to get Mark and Lord Byron. I'm not even sure if Lord Byron is on Facebook anymore after everything that's occurred. Oh yeah, what I did. If you watched last week's episode of Legend Trying TARDIS, when I said, someone returns to make. I don't remember what I said. I don't know if I said make Doctor Who better again, but returns to fix things and completely changes things. And I took a bite of my Triscuit and I put myself on mute, so I had to go. I just had that cake and I feel like I want a Triscuit. I want a diversity for flavor, but I don't want to eat those spicy peanuts right now. And I bought this because I was going to eat a snack at work. So I just eat it later. The Bear Claw, $1.25. Danish Bear Claw. Oh, it's one of those. Our little price tag machine. There it goes. Thank goodness. So it's good enough. Natural and artificial flavors. I grabbed the cherry cheese. But I'm too full for anything sweet. I want something salty. I dropped on the floor. I don't feel like eating pretzels right now. Okay. Let's see here. Since I'm only a half hour behind. Yeah. For Corey? No, I pay for someone to scan him. I don't know. I didn't really watch it because I was looking at the time saying, okay, I still got to watch Friday Night Insomniacs, which since you only have people on Friday Night Insomniacs, I mean, I'm going to be off on Wednesday at the end of the month. I have to switch days with the senior cashier because she has to take her landlady to go to the doctor, and they only schedule for the daytime. What kind of crap is that? Then wait an hour in the waiting room. Then wait another half an hour in the tiny room. So I have a Wednesday off. I will be working on a Wednesday. So half a day of not dealing with my manager, so I can get some time in there. I'll have off Thursday I haven't had Thursday off for a long time. So that means I can watch the Wednesday night show. But I can't participate in the Friday night show because I go back to work in the morning dealing with stupid people at 7 o'clock in the morning asking, "Are you open? Do you see anyone else at a freaking register with the damn light on? No chain blocking away, no freaking close sign." And I'm putting little tags. Bagger list, who can call for package help. We had Girl Scouts today. They were good. But in the morning, like, they're following me over saying, "Register 5. The one with the light on. The one without the close sign. The one without the chain blocking away. The one you walk past there in the first freaking place, you retard." I need to win the Powerball just so I can calm down. So I can do those displays. But I got to watch Corey's video again. I gave the like for I said noise, but I could have sworn he said it was for free. I'm good with that free stuff. But tomorrow is the Easter Sunday episode. I'm sure I said that before. I don't remember. Easter Sunday. So Mark and I will just go over some religious stuff. I'm not going religious stuff here. I said I wasn't going through religions and politics. But then we must evolve. I just don't want it to be that. But that's Easter. Easter, I had to talk about religion. We got the Christianity. We got the what I saw, which was interesting, and what Mark saw in Spain. Catholicism, the Christianity part of it, the paganism, So little things that bring about. Say, well, if you look it up, Google it. We have about this, we have about that. Easter represents the bunny, and the eggs represents the fertility and birth. So rabbits humping each other, procreating. That's about procreating for spring. But also, there's an article, I saved it on Facebook so I can retrieve it, about Easter is not the same day for many calendars. For those that have the other calendars that follow forth and such, Easter's on many different days. So we'll just tap on that. Tap that. Speaking of Easter Bunny, there's Cottontail. That girl is a wild Canadian chick. So yours is fish, Mark? I thought it was just Kenny. I'm a fish. I mean, I am what I eat. I've been missing out on something else for a long time. Brisket. Mark has a funky Ost British East pizza. Oh yeah, that chocolate pizza. It's like we have Stevie B's. CC's, every time I had it at a CC's pizza, I got sick to my stomach. One time only, I went to a CC's and oh, this tastes good. They changed the recipe or something. It was at the Colonial Promenade on East Colonial. Before that side of East Colonial, that side of the road of East Colonial, which is owned by the airport, took over, raised the rent, and Colonial Promenade basically shut down completely. And with the pandemic, we lost Sweet Tomatoes. That was a brilliant place. That whole strip mall, one strip, just died. The movie theater, Sam Ash music place died. There's now a refurbished appliance center. I mean, even the library was gone. They put up a freaking library in there because no one was going to be there, and they went away. A clothing store. I remember back in the day, Far More. That was a cool little pharmacy. That was 80s, because we had Transformers the movie. And at the Interstate Mall, they had the CompUSA, the Burlington Coat Factory. They had the movie theater. They had Far More, but it was like a little tiny. You go inside and there's Far More. You go into the doors and there's Far More inside there. So it's not even, I'd call it a mall. because you didn't have the access of going to Far More from the outside. You go inside these doors, walk like 10 feet to go into the store. It's pretty odd, pretty wild. But that was also at the Colonial Promenade. Far more for far less. So it's just so many good things back in the day. Gone. Gone. The voice of you is all but gone. That came back on my playlist on YouTube. The band Giant. I'll see you in my dreams. It's brilliant. Let's see. I'll have 2 and hot cross. See, I don't know what hot cross is. I thought it meant hot cross buns. Supreme Court in the UK has screwed a lot of people over. I understand it, but it's going to cause a lot of problems. Well, everything. Yes, it does. And everything will be explained tomorrow night about hot cross. Oh. Because I know Liza's very, she said people are going after her now, but not as bad as she's had to deal with in the past. It's like, yeah, that's why we all want her. And I said, we want you to be, when you can be on the show. She will just, first the job thing, and she's doing everything, and she's going to enjoy seeing Ghost again on Sunday. I think this time she's standing up. I just watched the concerts. And another thing, like, that's an episode for Spill the Geek Tea. What are your top? We can do expanding. We'll do top 3 music, or not even say genre. Just say top 3 singer/bands. Then we can expand to top 5 based on how things are going. Based on how many of us are there, we do the top 3 or top 5, and then we can do part 2. Say, okay, let's do top 10. You can list the top 5, top 3, top 5 that we already talked about. I watched on the last episode, and let's go with the last 5. Because I honestly, as I told Kenny, I'm very eclectic. I listen to a lot of things. If you listen to Beethoven's Fifth, they said it helps shrink cancer cells. I don't doubt it. Something about classical music that is very helpful. I mean, it used to put me asleep on a Sunday. I used to play it and go, I sat in the library. I fell asleep reading Hound of the Baskervilles. And then I went back and read it again. Read the whole thing. I was like, okay, this was the last book I've ever read. Very sad. Hound of the Baskervilles. But, bands, so we can talk about that. Talk about concerts. Like, it's considered going to a concert, meaning you physically go to the concert, or can, like, watching it on TV, watching it on the computer, does that count because you are you're not at the concert, but you're watching the concert? Because then I would throw in and say, okay, I watched Ghost on their 2022 concert in Anaheim. I watched The Warning with their concert in Monterey from February. I'm not going there. I did attend a concert. I don't know what it was because I was just a baby. I attended a concert, which was a Beatles cover band. Man, they sang. And a concert that was at Disney World, Magic Kingdom. So I was at the speaker, so like everybody danced. Now I was like, I'm going deaf. My ears are ringing all night. So the three, yes, but watching a concert, does that really, getting a live album? I mean, I Duran Duran, the Monkees, I listened to them on their albums, live albums. Kiss they tried to record a live album, Kiss Alive, which it's fake because they tried to do it and it kept failing back in the days of the 70s. So they recorded in the studio, but they added all the screaming, shouting people in the background from the concerts. Yeah, MTV Unplugged. I mean, that's a concert. I don't know how I can twist that thing there. It is completely. Yeah, it's yes, yes and no. Yes and no. It trying to clarify what legal terminology in court law. The government should keep their noses out of things. That's the problem. I gave it a good review again because it was sci-fi things like Flash Gordon, the rocket, which looked like the rocket, which was my rocket from episode 10, Aliens Exist, which I need to somehow get from Blu-ray. You plug in that disc player into the computer. Hopefully it works. Because I never plugged it in. Plug it in. Put in the Blu-ray and see if I can just copy that episode 10 and put it on the personal page. But I really can't say solid ground, can I? I cannot link it because I don't own it. And I don't want to be sued by my former producers. You put that on there, saying, how am I supposed to? So it's like, how do you go about that way? It gave my attention deficit hyperactive disorder a little thing, but it just bits and pieces, like remembering things. So that's why it worked for me. It's like it was only 45 minutes and 10 seconds on Daily Motion, no ads. So thank goodness for that. So I watched it, okay. So it's fresh in my mind, kind of. Went to do the review a day later. But again, it's anything that gets me away from reality. These shows, I mean, I can't even do videos on my channel of so many things. The snack thing, now my foot's kind of hurting, so I need to figure out how to lower that blood pressure, lower your blood sugar. But my chest is like, when I'm at work, like, all these stupid, I yell up and like, what do you think I'm doing here? I give them looks like, people with their attitudes, like, you know what? Go yourselves. I will express myself because people get away with things they shouldn't. Say, I'm getting in trouble for this? Screw that. When the Powerball, then I only go out 3 days a week. Tuesday, go into town or go down over there. Go to Ross. See what they got. Wednesday, go in town. See what deals has for $2 and go to the antique mall. See if I have more action figures, which I don't need, but I'm still happy with the Knight of Ren dude that kind of looks like me if I was a Knight of Ren. He's wearing the face shield. Oh, yeah, I was going to replace my face shield. I'll wear one more day. One more day. You got a lot of love coming in here. I had to get Billy D for $5. I'm Billy D. Williams. I have a Colt 45. I keep reminding myself that I don't need this figure. I don't need another Battle Armor Skeletor. I don't need another Battle Armor He-Man, especially when they included a big hand. Like that one including extra parts, but the Skeetor missing the one part I had to pay for, and then thinking I bought a sealed one and I didn't get a sealed one. Like, you son of a bitch. I really got to go through my stuff. But again, government needs to keep their noses out of people's personal affairs. Worry about people getting away with things like food stamps and cheating. Now I'm going to urge back to the episode Let's Try Cars when I did put in my political rant, and it was kind of obvious. Someone comes back to take control, and look what's happened. Try to make things better, and it's not. But again, last week's episode, like, I understood it. It was very fast paced, everything else. So my brain was like, okay, I understand it. I mean, that's how I write as well. It's like, that's a very short story. I know. I just want to, here's the idea. Here's the people. I want to get to the point. So I can't tell a lot of things. Say, I'm done. Let's go back here. Blink is 10 out of 10. So as Mark said. As I sat in the toilet this morning watching. Did I do that with? No, I didn't. Griswold? No, Clark Griswold. Sorry, folks. Park's closed. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to have the creative team. So for my shows, yes, for the videos, how many things I can just pick up something and talk about it. Well, Monday I just wanted to clean. Monday clean a little bit. I'm happy with that. Monday I wanted to clean the other room, but I want to do videos right now. I want to have, while it's fresh, and I can get Kenny to take care of that for me. We work on, two of us wearing raincoats, standing solo in the sun. You and me chasing paper. Mm-hmm. On our way back. I'm out of drink. What happened to my water? Oh, I had a big bottle of water. Still got to do the Mr. Pibb comparisons. Refreshing water. I feel my voice come back. People seem to, the only reviews I watched was Dave and Mark this morning. But Faith also said she liked it a lot. She liked it more than last week's episode. And last week was just my, the best of parts of sci-fi movies thing. You get this part, you get that part, you get that part. Like, okay, I understand it. Blah, 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 blah. Time's up. Oh, I'm done. That's why I could justify it. My mind's messed up. I'm just getting the 6:19 and it's after 7 o'clock. It still says I'm live. Kind of weird. It was part of the chocolate cake. Yes, and it was a zebra centipede. It's cake from Publix. It was I didn't get the top parts of it. I'm kind of glad I did because See what happens in Halloween when it's time for another birthday. I'm just kind of, I'm over it. All these years of eating this chocolate cake, it's like, rich, creamy, moist. And being $6 more than it was, that's kind of BS. Yeah, you get a title like Fandom Entertainment, Fandom Entertainment. This was just me thinking, what I want to do. And then so-and-so had the idea, and when she said, well, she got to take care of things, and so she just left. She just wouldn't talk to me outside of the show. At least she's talking to me during the show, because she said something. I went, what? And I accidentally used the chat on StreamYard instead of YouTube. And like, what? Came out like 12 times through all these different destinations. She said, Sunday, on Easter Sunday, Doctor Who will be on BBC America. Saying, I went, oh, so I got to work all day and do a live show, so I'm going to miss it completely. It is what it is. I thought collaboration had 2 L's. There's going to be a collaboration. Copyright. Greg has made a new word, copyright. Collaboration. Much like Ghost has a Skeletor. Not Skeletor. Skeletor. So we have a collaboration. A collaboration, I know what that means. It's when someone has a contract with another company. So Dr. Pepper has a contract with Coca-Cola for Florida and South Middle Georgia. But then you get to North Georgia and Tennessee, they have a collaboration with Pepsi. So Pepsi doesn't have I don't know what what's Pepsi has to compete with Dr. Pepper. Like I said, Target, you can go get an A&W, Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, because that's the company. And they used to have sales on it, which was interesting. They didn't go to Coca-Cola. And right now, until Wednesday, our Cokes are $4 each, which people go, I had to buy 3 of them to get it for $12. Sure. I'm sorry, 3 for $4. 3 for $12. They normally been $4 each. And for this week, it's $3 each. So I got 4 Frescas for my dad, 2 Cherry Cokes for my mom, which I drink 2 6-packs, 6 packs of Coke products, 2 Bark Root beer, and 2 Seagram's ginger ale. Can't sell Pib Extra. They don't have the variety of Barks, which according to Walmart's websites, they got this version, that version, that version. Like, what? I like to see some of the stuff. Why isn't it happening? It's freaking Coca-Cola. That's a collaboration. Anyway, silliness. Wow. That shows you douchebags. Exciting? Excellent. Excellent. That was a joke when we did She's Conquer. Same actor. He one of the actors in college. He kept same part, same coming in doing all the plays he could. This time he played Dr. Watson for The Crucifer of Blood, based on the movie The Crucifer of Blood, based on the original story Sign of 4. So I did the theater version of She Stoops to Conquer, which was Taming the Shrew, and The Crucifer of Blood, which was Sign of 4. But Dr. Watson was supposed to say, not say excellent, he said excellent. Extraordinary. No, it wasn't excellent. It was extraordinary. Extraordinary. He couldn't say it for a while. I was like, it was extraordinary. And then Paul looked at me and smiled and turned his head. I miss that man. And every time I think about it, I think, I'm sorry, Paul. And he goes, F you. You gave up on acting. I tried my 3. You tried, but you didn't finish it. But I got a talk show. Yeah. But I got a show I create. Yeah, you create, but you don't do anything on it. You have everything else doing. Isn't that what a director does? Shut up. He would say that with his raspy, smoke-filled lungs. Like, we have Parliament House in Orlando, right? Parliament House. And the crew went over to see him. Yeah, he already shaved. Yeah, he didn't have his beard. When I first met him, he shaved his head. So he had hair because he was Ebenezer Scrooge. So his hair was gone. He just shaved the rest of it off. And he's talked like this, like the old fairy that he was. Then his hair grew back, and I was disappointed because I felt as typecast being a tertiary character. But it was hard as it was because I was trying to do other things in college. That's why he was mad at me for not pursuing my acting. But every day I feel I am acting, dealing with stupid people at work and customers at work. You can see my mouth move with the mask, the eyes. I just give him the eyes, like, so I see him do some stupid things, like, like, put the damn cards back on the crowd, not there. It's right there. It's not that difficult. Sir, you need to get on the plane. F you, I'm getting in the plane. I just want everyone to be happy. I let everyone do what they like. I'm still in control. So if I say, but all these horrible things that go on in reality, and getting in trouble for saying a simple comment of, I say, but your light's not on. Say, but I told you I was open. And turns out I have a bad attitude by saying a simple comment. Or they say, I see a light on. It's like, others would joke, lead cashier would joke, say, well, I'm bright enough. I won't even go there. I'd say, I'm standing here. And that's usually the answer. I'm standing here. Oh, they got offended. Well, the point of being a grown-up, getting over it. You don't like it? Make a lousy comment like that. Try to say that weird nothing. Like, or when I say you're welcome, they say, yeah, you're welcome. Say, no, I did you a service. You're welcome. Because if someone doesn't say thank you, I learned that from Facebook. If someone doesn't say thank you, say you're welcome. When someone is impolite, you say, there we are then. There we are then. I say that a lot. I say that a lot. So I'm doing my job. But the boss always says, careful what you say. I was careful. Like one woman doesn't want to go through my line. I said, well, because I went to put the cart back. I said, well, I was going to put the cart back. She didn't do it. So, well, a lot of people say that. They don't. So I just wanted to put it back. Well, I brought it all the way in here. I said, I appreciate that. But my ADHD Well, let's just put it back properly. And she got offended by it. I say, but she treats my bestie, puts the money down on the conveyor belt. Oh, douchebag. The conveyor belt was running and left a $5 bill on the conveyor belt. And I almost went through there. And I grabbed it in time. And I said, this is why you don't put money on a conveyor belt. I caught it because, I have customers in there and some a-hole decides to walk the wrong way behind the customer to cut through. It's like, really? If someone did that to me, I would stick my leg out and trip him. He fell on his face. I don't know. He tripped me. Why'd you walk behind me when I'm standing in line? Why couldn't you do the proper thing of walking around? And the camera doesn't see the rabbit tripped him. I say, not my fault he fell over my foot. So someone to make rude comments, screw them. Screw them. You live your life the way you want because you don't know what's going to happen next. I mean, I had the blister pimple right there on the edge of my eye. There it goes again. It's ew. Ew. It's been 3 days now. Like, what the hell? Because every time I closed my eyes, I felt like it hurt. So I had to actually rip it and squeeze a bit and then add some water. And then all of a sudden, a string. So I've just been, careful about putting medicine from the company just on the edge there. And it's been 3 days now. I'm still trying to clean it out. Because if I let it get bigger, it would have been bulging and, how that was going to be. All these other things, the little goosebumps that you have, and I just say, rip, rip, rip. That's not good. But something right there at my eye, I had to. Things you have to take care of because it's got to be done. Don't worry about these douchebags say something stupid. Just they say water off a duck's back. And I say, what? I say, what? It's time for me to go up on the roof. But I don't, because I'm afraid of heights, and I don't like weapons. Knives are one thing, but and having Megatron is another thing. But it's and Generation 2 Megatron was slightly repainted to become Megaplex, who was the brother of Galvatron in Beast Wars 2. So in Beast Wars 2, a tank, and he was a Predacon. But then again, the Maximals and Predacons were, but how would a Predacon be a tank? And then he did the upgrade big time, and it became just a slightly different version of Trypticon with a little thing on his forehead. It was the end of the line. Okay. And so Megaplex of Beast Wars 2 and Generation 2 Megatron are just basically the same color scheme, and it's too similar to Generation 2 Brawn of the Combaticons. You look at them, it's the same neon green and purple thing, and they're both tanks. It's like, why would you make Megatron into a tank, and you got a Combaticon that looks just the same thing, just different heads? I don't understand it. I read the article last night, and like, I care. I remember it, and I just go back and go, why? But then again, I'm trying to find a Fortress of Solitude through Amazon because I want to have that extra robot. So I put my 2 superpowers vehicles and original Superman, and I made a death of Superman. It was all torn up, so I did my little painting thing, fabric cape, because I have a display piece which has 2 signed issues of Superman, Death of Superman on both sides, and the S, and the cards, and a stand which I glued the figure down. Like that's my big ass plaque for Death of Superman. Then I had another one made with the bleeding S with one of the comics. And I had it planned or I did the Return of Superman, which had a little wooden wooden plank on it, so I can hang the ornament. So I got stuff. Too much stuff. Almost an hour later, I'm getting through everything. Yeah, Mark said it. Mark said it. I didn't say it. Audio underwater. This was an hour ago. Yeah. An hour ago, you told me that. Okay. Yeah. I don't get it, but everything's fine, it seems. Let me go forward into the future here. Oh, hello. Hello, person who found me. Am I a tarot? I had tarot cards read to me. I cannot read tarot cards. I have a deck. I just don't know how to read them. Exactly. Kenny will be on with me for some video shorts. Yeah, cheese. I'm back. I don't know how it happened, but yeah, I don't know what the heck happened. Never understand. Starting to sweat. I don't. What? Hires version? I don't. Huh? I see. I don't understand that. Hires version? Does that mean? Let's see. When I posted the original pictures, when I go straight from here to there, using Logitech, and I do save the pictures on the computer. I have not gone back, and I thought about it. If I go back into, so once the notification is set, I consider going into the computer and redoing the thumbnail by what's on the computer. If I can do that, I think I looked at it before. I don't know how to do that. So so many things I just don't. Yes, it has to be good, and every time I do it, it says, "Oh, freaking blurry." And according to YouTube, I know it was an episode of NCIS on CBS, and it was also the comic book from DC Comics, because there was a joke in there. I had my best friend wear his outfit, and we were at a comic book store that we used to go to before they turned out to be real douchebags. That's far away for us to get to. And he picked up, I said, pick up the issue 1 of Identity Crisis. And I made a joke about it, just for film, just for the fun, just for the film, just for the fun of it. Diet Coke. No, not Diet Coke. That's nasty. Um, Now, Kenny did an experiment with AI. That was hilarious. So I guess Lisa would actually be an associate, even though she doesn't want to be associated with me. Because that means Eliza would be acquaintance. Because we just, because we don't talk. You
You guys. I love you guys.
you're my friends because we chat and we talk all the time. So we're friends. I guess Eliza would be considered an acquaintance right now. Like James, well, he's every so often talks to me. I mean, I'm associated, but not associated. I can't say, I wanted to do a duet, maybe in the future, who knows, with James. It's singing My Way, but he's very Sinatra. I'm very Presley. So when he's singing, we'll go back and forth, He's singing his Sinatra style, and I'm singing my Presley style. And we're both singing My Way. It fits. Von Bolt, Amagon, singing My Way. It fits. I have not gone back and tried singing Rainbow Connection again. I was so bewildered of how bad it happened. I don't know what happened. I didn't drink enough. I did not prep myself enough. Drink lemonade. But I want to. Because that dude said, go back and change your thumbnails. He said, also, don't publish your video for like a few hours. Let YouTube understand what's going on. And then let them decide, let the algorithms decide how to push this. It's like, for me, it's like, I just want to get it done, get it done, get it done, 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 done. That's why watching Doctor Who for 45 minutes doesn't bother me. Because my short attention span of just getting things and then moving on to do something else. Let's see. But Kenny did an AI of Lisa and I. Oh my God, it was freaking hilarious. And it made sense. Like, I would not send it to her. No, I would not send it to her. Because she's married too. Nuggets win game one. Nuggets win game one. Let's go. He tried to, but now they're coming out with Star Wars Starfighter coming in 2027. Is that a movie with Ryan Gosling? I don't know. Disneyfying things, Disneyfying Doctor Who. That's what all this is going about. All these things happening. That's why, since Mark and Dave watched Lux, I will watch Lux. It's all based on timing as well. Because I guess I can watch it on Tuesday afternoon. I mean, I can watch it on Daily Motion. That's why I did the last one very easily. So I can figure I can watch it hours before getting on the Legend of Traveling TARDIS. Because I don't remember that link that Dave talked about. It's Daily Motion for me. It's like, there it is. I watched entire seasons of Peter Capaldi as a mirror image. Just to get the idea. I was like, well, even though I do have it on DVD from Walmart, I can't access my DVD player. or have viewing ability of my widescreen TV. That's how much stuff I got. Let's see. So try to make logic. Got to. This is all entertainment. There's always be screaming here and there. Again, my 3PO, it's where's my 3PO? Oh, it's right there. With his gold 3PO, with his brown hand and his replacement red arm, with his silver leg and gold foot. The ultimate C3PO, combining all elements from all the movies. She just doesn't have the red eyes making him evil, because I just didn't feel like going that part. I could, but like no, because he was only evil. Evil. Let's go, Barnacle Boy. C3PO has turned evil. Evil. That one wasn't that good. I have that one. I have Retardus too. I like that one. But again, creating a character with no history. I mean, all my characters I created have some history, and I can further go into it. What did Chibnall do? Oh, it's create a doctor, and shameful. Again, this morning it was like, I mean, so 3:30. If I was able to wake up, because 3 o'clock in the morning is the witching hour. Like, is enough. My eyes go. I can see my alarm clock now. Instead of pulling up my phone and pushing the button and see what time it is, like no, I can see the red numbers easily. It's like, which is nice. No glasses, I can see clearly the numbers because my eyes are like recuperating. But then during the day, wearing these glasses, which just strain the eyes even further. When I win a Powerball, I will pop in and not cause any issues. Say, what's up, Tasty Cake? Like, yeah, same old. It's like popping on here and then go back to sleep because I don't work anymore. And it's like, that's because Tasty Cake won the Powerball. Like, I'm not saying I did. And Kenny will probably say, not saying he didn't either. And he's not saying he didn't. It's like, it's an enigma. Maybe I just sold all my stuff. Maybe I just sold that one rare penny that was worth $1 million. I mean, I probably do have one of those. When the steel pennies came out, they didn't want to put any copper. There are copper pennies that do exist from that year, 1942. You never know. I might have one. I got a lot of coins. I got a coin that I didn't get. One of those female coins, one of those coins with the women on it for the past couple of years. I said, "Oh, I finally got one," so I grabbed two of them, and I had another wheat penny. So coins alone, I have 100 single dollar bills, all sequential, with stars on all of them. 100 crispy sequential star dollar bills from the bank. Because you usually find like, okay, you have a couple here and there, and stop the press. We got to reprint this dollar bill. We got to print this American bill and put a star on it because the original bill is supposed to be destroyed, which some of them still pass through. You see all those funky, weird coins, which the markings are wrong. But they made 100 star bills. So what happened to the original 100 without numbers? Who knows? Did it escape? Well, they're probably in jail by now for doing that. But crisp and clean. I have the 7-Up of star bills. Crisp and clean, no caffeine. So if I can sell those 2 packs of 50s for 10 times as much, once the dollar rises again, because you hold on for so long, say, oh, now it dropped because the dollar isn't worth anything because look what happened. But then at the moment I try selling, it goes up, boom. That's $10 million right there. $10 million for 100 brand new sequential star dollar bills. So that's my retirement money. Every time I find a star bill. I don't think I have any $2 star bills. But I got a lot of drummer boy quarters, bicentennials, which sadly aren't really worth anything. But again, someone said it did. I don't know. So I'm holding on to them. Yeah, most likely we just planned. Sorry, someone has copies. Oh, there's that fire thing that. Oh, spoilers. I'm trying to remember what Mark said. So we'll see. I'll watch it, but for the heck was that? My screen went black. Did we just have a flux going on here? I saw my screen go black. Oh, I see what happened. My connection is unstable. There it is. Damn Wi-Fi. Oh, so I'm not on Tuesday's episode. Dave, Gadget, Candyman, that dude, Nick, and another dude. Okay, I'm not on Tuesday's episode. They already have their people, so I don't have to watch it. I can watch it later. Faith might be able to, so Faith can't do it, but he's already got his crew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. He's got 6 people. Doesn't want more than 6 people. Because the dude, let's see, Dave again, Felicia. Gadget, Candyman, that dude, not the other Dave, not the other David. So this one is that philosophy is dude who goes behind the stop cam. I've seen his face, but Nick wants to come back, and another dude who's a cosplayer. It's okay. So I'm free from not watching Doctor Who anytime soon. I'll watch it, but I'll watch it later. No rush. Welcome to Florida, where it's literally always hot, even at night. Damn straight. So let's see. Let's go back to the. Yeah, it's just a common sense comment. Common sense comment. Government needs to keep its nose out of other people's business. It's like people come up saying, "What are you doing?" Like, mind your own damn business. You know, what are you relying on? Mind your own damn business. I'm here. My manager said your job is to ring up groceries, take their money, and send them out. He got pissed at an old man one time, and he's behind me. He said, "I'm not supposed to say this to you, but my job is to ring up your groceries, take your money, and send you and get you out of here." That's how mad my manager was. I went, oh, I didn't even turn around. It's like, he saw my head move backward. It's hilarious. He got pissed at an old man for taking him off. That's why the meat manager said one time to him, I understand. The more I deal with people, the more I understand Thomas. And he just smiled and nodded his head. Because people, that's why I can't complain about. I can complain about Jodi's time. Like, I love the woman, but the stories that were altered, even I would never do that. I mean, my stories have still Doctor Who centric. Everything fits in there even in the parallel universe here and there, and I just couldn't conceive writing into Doctor Who universe. But then when I had those two dreams, both with Jodi's doctor, my doctor and 13th Doctor, first dream with Capaldi's doctor, and the second dream with McCoy's doctor, it's like, holy hell, I can. But I also altered it enough that, spoilers, she's my love interest. Remember, it's the whole premise of this thing. There's something going on between 7 main characters, and that's all I'm going to say. 7 main characters. So I had the idea when I had the concept of, my friends and some that are gone. Sadly, they didn't want me in their lives. They did not want me in their life. Yeah, their lives. That makes sense. Yeah, because it was 2 separate women. And the other one, like, we're old friends, but she already takes place in 2 stories. This was just a throwaway idea. But then when I had that dream of, 2 different scenes, both with my doctor and Jodi's doctor, with Capaldi's doctor, then Sylvester's doctor, like, this works. And then it just run through my head. It's like, well, if I can write it this way, that would be so sensual. Mm-hmm. Talk about ASMR. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Talk about Spill the Geek Tea after dark. Mm-hmm. Tasty cake after dark. In bed. So that runs through my mind. Like, well, I'm the lead character. And then I thought of a prequel story, Sleepy Hollow, bringing in 2 people. Well, of course, sadly, they get killed because it's Sleepy Hollow. But it's my doctor who's in trouble for these things happening because I'm here, and all of a sudden the Headless Horseman is causing more problems. But you always have that one dude that's a real douchebag. I don't have a face for this person, but it's always the main Disney character villain. Like I saw in my head, I didn't watch it. Beauty and the Beast, the guy was black hair and his ponytail was like, "Oh, I'm so special. You're supposed to be in love with me, Belle." That kind of douchebag kind of thing. Always the villainous douchebag. Always going to cause problems. But that was his general shape, a big dude, like Brutus without the beard. Hey, Popeye, I'm gonna kick your scrawny little butt.
I think so. Yes,
Well, Mr. Popeye, it seems that you had a stroke.
yes,
That's why your eyes are closed.
yes,
And your arms are bulging. Or you're talking with slurred speech. But a Sleepy Hollow story, and it turns out, the Headless Horseman connection, and then this and that, and it leads straight into the novel, which I still need to write. I have the sections I wrote down. I wrote down the 7 main characters. I even spoke with. I messaged Lisa Berriman, who plays Bernice Summerfield in the Doctor Who audios for Big Finish. I'm on 2 of her side pages, not her main page, right? And I said I had the idea, and she said she's okay with it. She gave me permission to use her character, Bernice, in the story. Now, again, with the actor Julian Bain, he just disappeared. I don't know what happened. I let him down because he was going to do the audio for the Sleepy Hollow story and every other chapter, which had been specifically made for him to read of the novel. He was going to do that in audio. All I had to do was write it. And he was going to put it on his YouTube page because I didn't have a camera yet. It was just before the Legend of Driving TARDIS invited me over. But my procrastination and everything else, this is why I fail so much. It's like I just get so disappointed with everything, and things happen, and I just want to sleep. Not want to do anything. I just like, keep buying. It's like, okay, pay the credit card last month. But again, the stuff could be sold. Stuff needs to be sold. I pick through and like, so I want to do the Force of Solitude. I'm waiting for Amazon and have the 7-inch figures in the background. This one, that one, that one. I mean, the Fleischer Superman and the small scale, it's just using Superman with the S on it. But would I use the big Fleischer Superman? I mean, I also ordered it from Big Bad Toy Store, that whole thing with the giant robots. So that's the Fleischer Superman, exactly it. And it was also like half off. So, yeah, so happy with that. Or do I use a 7-inch one standing in the background? Fleischer Superman, the Action Comics 1 Superman. I don't think I have an Action Comics 1000 Superman with something close enough. So I got the Action Comics number 1. Not really liking it because they didn't didn't give him red boots, but it's standing in the background. Fleischer Superman, maybe because I like Fleischer Superman. Silver Age Superman. I like that one. Just replace the shield with that sticker thingy. The dark blue, which I want to put the black S on, and I'm okay with that. So that's for Superman. I don't need to go Kingdom Come. I like Kingdom Come, but it wasn't. Alex Ross's artwork was amazing. I have the actual figures, Kingdom Come figures. Most of them, some of them, definitely Wonder Woman. That was a given. I didn't collect them all. So it's a nice little background with the taller figures, the superpowers figures on the below, mixed in with maybe mix in some of the Mattel figures, like Total Justice, because the red and blue Superman were the whole big wonky looking things, wonky things. But they were also on blister cards. I think they're blister. Maybe, unless it was in the gift set. No, the gift set had something different. I don't know. Maybe I opened it. I don't remember. It's been a long time. But at least have that there, and maybe another shelf next to it with some obscure ones that I did choose, that I want to choose, keep for the pictures. And then, like, I still have Superman animated series Superman, which I painted one with the black S. They used the darker blue, and I just went inside and painted the yellow black. So I gave him the black shield. It's perfect. And I want to do the same thing for Action Comics with the gray suit and black S and black shorts and black cape Superman. Maybe with the red eyes. I'm not sure. Because that seemed like the easy way of doing things. I just painted gray, paint the boots black, paint the underwear black, paint the cape black, carefully paint the S black. Like, yeah, that'll work out. Just getting to it. Like, I still haven't finished painting Larry. He's been sitting on my desk for months. I don't know. Wow. Blink is only 9.4. Oh, Mark gave it a 10. I remember Blink. I can watch it over and over again. I just haven't really it's just time to get away from dealing with these stupid customers and stupid rules and watching people get away with doing things. So it's, everything is enjoying, but when it gets downright confusing or changing, making Davros no longer in a wheelchair, it's like, I don't like that either. Christian hated it. I hate it too, honestly. They try to make this was an original character, and you got it in control again. I said, well, I'm gonna do things my way. Like, I don't know. I did like the Dalek gun arm. That was pretty awesome. Factory was making Daleks. I'm still waiting 4 years for Daleks that are supposed to be worked on. Oh well. If he forgets it, I just set him off. Ross. I don't feel like going to Kroger getting cheese. I'm almost done with my cheese. I go back to Velveeta. Because I'm not supposed to buy any more cheese, and someone bought the last one we had for $10 at work. That whole log of cheese and 3 sections. Boom, boom, boom. Cheese. 3 sections of cheese. It's good cheese. And I just take a big chunk of it and just eat it because, it's cheese. The good cheese. Not the slices, not the overpriced Sargento, not the block of cheese. Some things you can get over not dealing with. I don't know. Pass. I don't know. Moist. Ross. Moist. Gooey cheese, it's like getting a jar of Tostitos and scrambling some eggs, put in a jar in a glass container, scrambling eggs, laying out the Tostitos mild, not It has to be mild, so it has to have a little bit of spice into it, not that whole other word I can't think of. Because I had ones like it's so bland. Why do they make the bland cheese? Bleh. Need a little bit of spice. Uh, make the bacon, nuke it, because all it has a microwave. Crumble it up, and put the Tostitos chips around it. Put in the oven. So some of the chips will be soggy, but it's soggy with cheese in it. And then you get another bag of Tostitos and just dump it on there and just scoop it on there. That's what we'd have for dinner. Breakfast. So that's the gooey cheese as far as we go. Nothing else. I do have some nice sauteed garlic. Yeah, sauteed garlic I got from Ross. It's in a nice glass jar and it got that stupid sticker label on top of it. Peel out the sticker and then you go pop it with 2 hands. That was so cool doing that. I could not do that with you cannot do that with a cold jar or a small jar. It didn't work because it was like you're supposed to. I tried to do it with a relish jar, it didn't work. But with the big jar like that was so satisfying. That was a nice little sauteed garlic, I guess. Num 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 num. Yeah, not room temperature. No. Mr. Ring-a-ding. Ding, ding. Yeah, not really. That's true too. Yeah, because you put it in the fridge, frozen, too cold. If you nuke it, make it hot. Make it a little bit hot. Yeah. So not room temperature, but make it just a little bit of hot. So it just sort of pours on there like. Oh, taking a nice Philly cheesesteak and just pour the cheese all over that sucker because that's with seen it done. So yeah, I mean Philly cheesesteak and he's gonna put it there and hot cheese. Yeah, not room temperature, but hot cheese. Oh my word. Yeah, because when I get angry, there's rage. There's rage behind that, and it's not a good thing. Don't mess with the Pisces. Because we will point out so many things. And Amagon is Satanized. Wah, wah. Exactly. I'm just trying to get a job that's only 5 minutes away. Like, get to work, go to the post office. I don't get lottery tickets anymore because it's $5 for freaking Mega Millions. $5 screw that. So I'm saving my money now by not buying lottery tickets. Wish I'd go back and not do it at all. The belief, but I bought one for my parents' anniversary. My mom said, buy these particular scratch offs. She didn't win anything. I said, I got the 4 and then so I spent $10 and nothing. Crap. So tonight's Powerball. The Powerball is number 1. So that'd be great. Because then I was like, okay, no more working. I will go see a doctor. I have, with my insurance, I can go see a specialist without getting a referral. So I will go see a specialist because I still got to go to the lawyer. You have to make sure that everything goes into a trust fund. And then you put in your beneficiaries. And then you make a living trust. So as the living trust, you can take anything out as much as you want. And not worry about it. So the ultimate, so the third thing is living trust. So that's what it'll be. So all the money's there, and then I can just, again, be on Friday Night Insomniacs until I fall asleep in front of the computer. Go, time to sleep. Scream. Ah! Then wake up. What time is it? Saturday already? Okay. To enjoy sleeping on a Saturday and Sunday in my own bed. Because usually when I'm out in Orlando, it's like something. So the plans of being at MegaCon next year, especially seeing Jody, so I'll be wearing that outfit, getting a picture taken with her, saying, "Oh, I'm with the Legends of Tri Retardus." I'm also with the sister show, Spill the Geek Tea. Oh, that sounds nice. So I'll just be blushing away. Jody. In the parallel universe, no, won't go there. Won't go there. No. Gadget said one thing to me before. She said, because she has, her powers are stronger than mine. Mine, I don't know how to control. Being an empath, I would take the chance of someone's not feeling well. I would send out so much energy to them that I don't know how to ground myself. So the person would feel better instantly, and it would take me weeks to get better. I mean, weeks now. That's why I wear the mask. That's why I wear a shield, because I want nothing to do with these people. They're coughing away. Get the Lysol and spray it in their face. I'm trying to heal. I mean, for God's sakes, I had a pimple on my freaking eye here, which, again, if I didn't take care of that, it would have bulged. I washed my hair with certain shampoo, and all of a sudden I had new hair pop up on there. Today my hair was kind of greasy, so I washed it with some tea tree oil for my scalp, because the scalp's all nasty. And hair came out. It's like, was it because of them out there? Yes. Stressing me out all day? Yes. In fact, Bestie was saying, how can we have a skeleton crew for the longest time, and then all of a sudden we have all these people come in? Yeah. She was quite, high strung and upset. And I said, well, talk about that. In Ghost, the band Ghost, the character was the sister. The woman who played the sister in the band, or part of the storyline, died. But then people were taking pictures during the VIP tour and saw a wax version of her character lying in a glass coffin, and she had no idea about this. So the record producers, no one told her. So the actress was saying, breaking character, I had no idea that there was a wax model of me lying in a glass coffin. It's like, what did Tobias do? She was in your storyline and you killed her off, and now it's like, she didn't know. Oh, you didn't know? That's quite upsetting. But it's like these, again, the two songs, Satanize and Lacrima, Lacrimeria. It's either Swedish or Latin. They say would say a word and they would translate it, and it sound, super speculative. So I'm going to Spotify later on and listen to the 11 albums. I've heard Rats. I heard that was the concert thing. Like, I'm stoked with this new album. One of the other ones, which is supposed to be the character, was from the 1960s. One of the characters, 1960s. So that was a very style. Like, that was hilarious. So I wish I had that kind of talent and clear skin and women to fawn over me. Maybe. Let's see. Let's go back to. Yeah, my OCD is very. But I'll throw in the OCD. No, shopping carts, go over there. When I'm outside, when I'm inside, I will slam the shopping carts. They just leave it. It's like, mother, why'd you put it in front of electric cart? Why'd you put it between electric cart? Why'd you put it right there? And they will see me. If I'm angry, I would throw that cart over and slam it against the wall, against the front wall, by the windows. Say, oops. OCD, ADHD, manic depression, all these things that make the best kind of actor. But then as I'll still call her my acquaintance. Lisa Foyles talked about in her last episode of Temperamental, to be an actor, you need to do the theater, learn from this, because you go into a studio or filming shoot, and there's like, it's like, I understand it. I mean, what did I do? I had theater. I had cable access TV show and there's a bit of bullying, I'd say, making fun of me. So that's why I said something and I burned that bridge. So it's like, okay, and I was like, well, is there a point to rebuilding the bridge? Saying, okay, we know each other. Hello. But again, I wanted to do a final episode of Solid Ground. It would have taken place at the cemetery, which sadly is overrun by bums and drugs addicts now, because they just can't control them. All these years, things happen. It would be the character Pot Roast McCloud goes and sees the tombstone of his girlfriend, Sandy Cheeks. Not Sandy Cheeks, Sandy Springs. Sandy Cheeks. Sandy Springs, which is also based on town. And since Sandy's my sister, there's a tombstone next to it. Larry. Cult of Night. A little Cult of Night thing. Maybe. I don't know. Digital thing. And he's like, spits on my grave. He spit on my grave. And the caretaker goes, hey. Because my manager wanted to be in the thing too. I said, if I ever did it, yes, you can be in it. You'd be the caretaker. And you see people in the background, walking around cemeteries like they do. A little conversation here and there. Conversation between the two of them. He says goodbye to Sandy and said, yeah, so long, Larry. You got what you deserve. And you hear a voice saying, farewell, detective, out of nowhere. It's like, and he runs. Because he's scared to death. Like, he hears my voice out of nowhere. And then I come in. So if we look at the screen, the caretaker's on the left, Pot Roast McCloud's on the right. He runs over, then pan over, and I'm on the other side of the caretaker. And then caretaker puts on the mask. The other people walking around, people in the cemetery put on the mask. And there I go. Size will rule. And the deep voice, because it's much later in life. It's been 20 years since we probably did the show. So like, size will rule. And they're all like that. I go and focus on me, straight into the breaking the fourth wall. End of series. That'd be the perfect ending. Just a nice little short video. Because it reminded me of Saturday Night Live when it was an old John Belushi goes to the cemetery and everyone in the cast has passed away from this thing, that thing, but John lived. So that was on my mind. And because the the cemetery in Macon, big beautiful place before it was overrun by drug addicts and bums. I used to go there. I'd film scenes there. I just would take the camera and just think this is part of time infractions. And I took one of the actors I worked with. I put him in a monk's robe, a Jedi robe, but in a Jedi robe, cheap one because that's all I had. All I still have. Put a little rope there for a belt. I turned him into the meddling monk. And since Anthony was bald as it is, but he still had a beard, so it was like, oh, I made him the meddling monk, which I just forgot about that. He was like one of those epilogues. I had like 3 or 4 epilogues in the third version of the movie. And so that means I would bring back the meddling monk in the story sequel. I also had trying to figure out who I had a love interest. And now the first one turned to be a real kook. My ex-girlfriend chose her because just same name, ironically, and she was there. But she turned out a real nut job. So I tried to replace her with someone else, try to replace her with a friend in UK. But then a friend in UK, when she disappeared, another friend in UK, kind of not much in touch with. I was almost thinking, you know who, if I can, but I don't think I'm ever gonna post it. Time has just gone by so fast. I just sit down one day, just tell the story. I don't know. Hmm. Kenzo knows. Oh, it's Kenzo knows. I kept thinking it was like Kenzo, the more you know, Kenzo, I don't know. You're creating the banner and everything, so it's and the YouTube awards, which are going to be in red. It's pretty awesome. The red. This award is presented to Tasty Cake for surpassing 1,000 subscribers. This award goes to Spill the Geek Tea for surpassing 1,000 subscribers. I guess capital block letters would be right. All capital block. Because I don't remember who said for Spill the Geek Tea, the has to be in lowercase letters. I think it was Mark. So I kept it that way. So, but when I type in the initials, it's all capital block. But when I type in the name, the is lowercase. Because I think the Legend of Traveling TARDIS, we have it, the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Yeah. And all mine are Tasty Cake. Tasty Talk with Tasty Cake. Yeah. Capital block letters would look nice. Yeah. Put that in the background. The red is vibrant and thing. So whoever did that on online, that's pretty cool. Kenzo knows. And Kenzo knows to write things down because I didn't write down anything. Beach Boys, that's another group I liked. I should pick a band or singer and just listen to their entire catalog. I mean, Madonna, I never listened to everything Madonna. I loved Madonna back in the day. Now she's a super cougar. She's reached that level of Dragon Ball. She's a super, because now she's dating a 24-year-old guy. All right. Rush is a nice band. Rush was a good band too. So many bands, so many things. I had so many choices on YouTube, but they just play the same ones I find by me. That's the way my brain works. I can listen to Satan Eyes and La Carmine, the second song over and over again. I still not remember the words. because it's new songs and just not fitting in there. But throw in Duran Duran, Save a Prayer, boom, easy. Oh, I mean, I had Hires root beer. I used to love Hires root beer. Hires root beer, dun, 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 Hires root beer. I liked Hires root beer more than A&W root beer because it had more of a punch to it. And then Barks root beer, we could not get it in Florida. It was a Coke product. For years, like, I want Barks. Barks got bite because Barks replaced Hires. And now you got Mug root beer, which is that's through Pepsi. And then Dad's root beer, which I did not like at all. That was through the fountain available at a restaurant in Altamont Mall in Altamont Springs, Florida. They had a big sign, Dad's root beer. I tasted like, I'd rather drink Mug root beer over Dad's root beer, but Hires root beer over A&W root beer. Bluebell has ice cream that has A&W root beer flavored ice cream, and I made the float with it because I had this small pint, and I mixed it with the A&W root beer. That was fantastic. They do not have Dr. Pepper in a pint. They have it in a gallon tub. No, there's no room in the freezer for that sucker. I don't even know if it fit in the freaking doorway. Here's root beer. There was a Teddy Roosevelt root beer I got at Dollar Tree back in 93. I didn't save the bottle. I threw it in the recycling bin. Kind of wish I saved that one. Teddy Roosevelt root beer, and it was available through Dollar Tree. That was amazing. They're only a California thing. Well, I'm gonna try to do it again. I'm gonna try to go back, if I remember. If I go back and look and just see what these old pictures are so blurry, and just put them in again through YouTube, if that's gonna work. It should work. Hopefully it works. I think I tried to do that and didn't look like it worked for me, but then again, all I do is keep filling. That's the thing. We're going, through the time scales, because he said so. And I will co-host. We'll do every episode of Sliders. So you can do exactly what you like. We will watch it. So by that time, I should have enough room to get everything away from my big screen TV and access to my DVD Blu-ray player. And I'll pop it in there and watch it. I got most of them by memory. But there's a repeats. Some I just didn't watch, I think. It's always going to be some I didn't watch. Through every series, there's something I missed. And we go through there. But through Spill the Geek Tea, we'll do, so 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 episodes there. Let's see if we can get Kari on. Now that she's single. Jerry. Say, hey, Jerry, we keep seeing on those commercials for the game thing, which, sorry, I don't do that. Because, I'm trying to get away from the gambling thing. That's the way it is. Let's see. Yeah. I'm only human. Yeah, I made mistakes. I'm not saying I made mistakes with, so-and-so. Because she broke it off with me. But I made a mistake with telling her I blocked her. So she blocked me still on Instagram. But she had to unblock me to see what I mentioned on the messenger. And, things are never be the same. But I feel bad about it. But again, what did I say that she told me? She said, I know what it's like to be dead. She told me, I would be in London, not Texas, England, and that I would see my soulmate through a window. How is that going to happen? That would mean me having money to go to London and, see Mark a couple days, stay with my brother, even though they do have those wormy things. Like, what the hell is going on there with the worm things? Like caterpillars, slugs. Yes, they put in salt on it and they watch them explode. And ew. I don't want to see a bunch of slugs. And he lives in a village near the Air Force base. Like, so stay with my brother, see Mark, see Pedro, see Eliza. Other incentive. So add another incentive there. Any Doctor Who people, the only one that would probably recognize me, would remember me, it would be Sophie. So remember back in the day when I told you right to sign to the professor? Yeah, that was me. I had Tracy Lord sign to Rev, so my brain's kind of there. I brought the porn thing. I had Tracy Lord sign to Rev. Love Tracy Lords. I had Debbie Gibson signed to the professor. Black and white print, which she was on stage doing a stage play. And I have it framed somewhere. So I have a framed one from Debbie Gibson saying to the professor. I have 2 Doctor Who magazines with Sophie Aldred signed to the professor. And I have 1 autographed picture signed by Tracy Lords to Rev. Because Tom wasn't good enough for me. It's like I had to be in some kind of character. I had to be the professor. I had to be the Rev. Professor, overseer, Doctor, Valyard, Reverend, Rev. I can't be Tom. And it was Mark that made me understand id, ego, superego. Id, I forgot what it was now. But I thought I had in line of id, ego, superego. This, my character said, no, this is this and this. So, okay. So I can't remember id is Tom or Tom is ego. But superego is Tasty Cake. Because it's very flamboyant, But I was thinking ego was Reverend Amagon, because I'm taking 2 characters and combining them together. Reverend Amagon. And Tasty Cake was superego, and id was Tom. We said, no, Tom is ego. Id is Reverend Amagon. And superego is Tasty Cake. I think that was right. So it's just flipping over. So, okay. You are the ego, but is that right again? Did I do that right again? Or is it vice versa? I think that was right. I got to ask Mark again one day. Oh, thank you, Kenny. From 7:25, he messaged that. Oh my God, I'm an hour late. Yeah, she's awesome. Kenny posted at 7:25. Oh my God, I'm 3 hours. Oh my God, it's still live. So I guess Kenny was right. I get confused that we can't do videos past 2 hours, but live can go over because it's broadcasting. Important when streaming to a profile, viewer comments won't show up unless the stream is public on Facebook. By default, it's friends only. Oh, make your stream public to see comments. When streaming to your profile, Facebook sets a privacy to friends only by default level through even though StreamYard asked to make it public. If you want viewer comments to show up on StreamYard, you need to make your stream public on Facebook. Don't worry, it's easy. Follow these steps. If you already made these stream public, there's no further actions. Facebook doesn't allow post comments to profiles. Oh, I didn't see that before. So that's a new little thing up on top there. Thank you for telling me that, StreamYard. I don't keep my page public because I do not keep my Instagram page or Facebook page public because I got all these people friends requests. Like, who the hell are you? I don't need you to know who I am. Now, Instagram for Spill the Geek Tea is public, but every time I click on it, I cannot get the pictures to come up. The pictures with the links, it doesn't come up. I don't know what's going on. It makes no sense to me. I can bring it up on a tablet, but I cannot bring it up on a computer. But I can bring up my stuff on the computer and tablet, no problem. But I got people on there, and I keep trying to send them over here. Send them over to, I don't know. So I try. Kenny said an hour ago. Yeah, Kenny made a picture of Lisa and I, and that was hilarious. Like, again, she knows me. She said would be friends with me. Well, James is probably the same way. Like, I call him boss because she called him boss one time, and ever since then I call him boss. It's not like we're gonna go. If I was there, I'd probably go drinking, but I don't drink, so. But I always want to be part of the adversaries, and they don't have a residency. They had their residency at the Punk Rock Museum at the Triple Down Bar for a short time. I said, anyone that comes in, you honorary member of adversaries. Like, that's what I wanted. I wanted it so bad. And then just the timing thing was not there. And when I did try to plan, it's like the residency was up. So I had residency again. It's like still went up again. Like I wanted to prove that I could go up and sing again, like I auditioned for Phantom of the Opera. I mean, I auditioned for Phantom, Eric. I auditioned for Raoul. No more talk of darkness. Forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here. No one can harm you. Your fears are far behind you. Let me be your freedom. Let daylight dry your tears. You're safe. Then say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Let me save you from your solitude. Say you need me every waking moment. I think I'm singing Christine's line. It's been such a long time since I heard Family Opera. At least 6 months. I just love me. That's all I ask of you. I gave you my music, made your song take wing, and now how you betrayed me. How you denied me and betrayed me. He was bound to love you when he heard you sing. I can't reach those high notes anymore. It was so nice back in the day. Okay, Kenny said, I don't even know. Said, it's been an hour. I don't remember. Some like it hot and some sweat when the heat is on. Dun, 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 dun. Pickleballs. That's hilarious. Well, I sent the picture. I posted on Instagram. Yeah, I actually gave me a double chin. Like, I got rid of that double chin, thankfully. I wondered how Eliza did that. I thought she was actually in the music video. I kept saying, my friend Eliza's in a music video. Then to find out later, oh, click on links. Like, where's the link? The link's gone because I already went to the second video. And then I ordered the patches from them and it's like, oh, here's the link. Oh, I'm Satan. It's a love song. I wink at animals. I wink at dogs and cats. Sometimes I wink back. Or cats will wink back. I miss Dark Shadows. I know, look at these people. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I have an all button. Oh, destinations. I can do this. This is new stuff. I mean, I wondered why Facebook, when doing it, is not public. So, okay, thank you for telling me that. Now there's an all button. Can't post comments to some destinations. Oh, I cannot post comments to Facebook because I don't have it public. But I can go. Did it work? I don't know. We'll see. And now it's down to 6 people. I'm halfway done. I'm at 8:08, and I'm 20 minutes to go. So people are going, oh. Damn. I wish I met Amy Joe. Like, I loved her. She's Amy Joe's my favorite Power Ranger. And then next is wow. I'm not gonna say it, the show, because she's already like, well, she had it hand and then hand. I see her face. I can't remember her name. Wow. Yeah. Can't believe Amy Jones is mean. I didn't know Harris Root Beer still exist. I have some bottles, but I'm worse than Adam, because Adam like eventually gets through stuff and like takes me forever to get my comments. Now that, because with YouTube, it's like, it pops up here and there, and I just get lost in my thoughts. It may be a joke one day saying, welcome to the time. Oh, we already passed April 1st. When was April 1st? Was that the night of, was that a Tuesday night? That was a Tuesday night. I was on the Legend of Triumph Tars. I put out Mr. T. It's April Fools. Maybe for Halloween, I was just saying. Welcome to the Time Scales. I am your host, the Reverend Amagon. I have taken control of everything. So now I am in control of 3 channels. That'd be an interesting concept if I did that for her. It's thought about that. Because Reverend Amagon was supposed to be that conglomeration collaboration, conglomeration, same difference of, yin and yang. Still is, Reverend and Amagon. So, not one of those not one of those witch hunters or anything else. The Reverend Trask and stuff like that. No, it's just like any bipolar kind of thing. Reverend Amagon. Welcome to my world. Welcome to the world of Reverend Amagon. I'm your host, Tasty Cake. Something I would no. If I remember to play with that idea, I will. I'll probably forget. That's what Greg does. Because it's just being me like, I'm such a fan. I'll pull a Chris Farley. Do you remember that time you did that episode of whatever? And he go, yeah. I said, yeah, that was good. Yeah. Well, that's why that's Spill the Geek. That's why you have Greg. Greg has the time scales to do the interviews. That's why Greg has Spill the Geek tea. If we ever get in people, that was promised to me to interview, then Greg and Mark and Dave and Pedro. And like I said, everyone determines what kind of questions, and if there's any questions you can throw to me, I'd be greatly appreciative, because I can't think of anything on the spot besides just some comments. I'm just not good at interviewing. So I can do it. We all can do it. I just no background in doing it. So it's possible. It's always possible. Everything's possible. That's what Debbie Gibson said. Speaking of Debbie. I remember she did an episode of Renegade, I think. She played a singer, and so I always had a bag packed in case she needed to leave. Oh, crap. I forgot what time it was. Oh. I forgot what time it was. Oh, my God. I forgot what time it was. Oh, my God. And Kari was in an episode of Renegade. No, she was in a movie with Lorenzo Lamas. And they showed her that feather tattoo on her back after she had things taken care of, and then she didn't like them, or that she went bigger, and then the explosion, and then had them removed, and all the old cartilage was removed. So she's like, I remember that. I love Kari from back in the day of Remote Control. She was fascinating. Then I see her on Swamp Things, and whoa. But her as no, that was Tracy. That was Tracy in doing Blade. I did not see that. Didn't see much of anything of Tracy Lords mainstream. Kari, I have one movie. I did not see Anaconda because I don't like snakes. Don't like those spiders and snakes. It's like a t-shirt from Ghost. It had spiders on it. It's like, oh, hell no. I have a fake spider, but then again, I found a giant roach the other day. It's like, it was on its back, so I toilet paper, grabbed it, punched it down the toilet, made sure it flushed over and over and over again. Like, son of a bitch, how did that thing get there? Nasty ass things. I was going to the post office. I saw a little tiny spider. I looked at it. And I said, "Go away!" And it moved. Do the same thing for wasps. Like, go away. I think. Someone showed me a picture of a mouse that they caught. Like, it's like, hi. Like, it's another man. Don't like it. No. Of course. Of course. I'm almost caught up. Guacamole. Welcome to the time scales. Yes, I am the Reverend. I'm gone. I've taken control of tonight's episode. Halloween? Okay, when's Halloween? Halloween. It's a Friday. Halloween is on a freaking Friday. Halloween is on a freaking Friday. So I got to make sure I win a Powerball by then. So I got Friday night at 70X. Or, well, let's see, Friday I get off work around 2:00. I can make a video. I can make a video for all the channels. Like, welcome to Spill the Geek Tea. I am your host, the Reverend Amagon. Well, would we do a Halloween episode? Or November 2nd is Sunday, so that is All Souls Day. I know we did a Halloween episode of sorts because I started everything at the end of September. And then second episode was Greg. So we did do a Halloween type episode. Yes, we did, because I was all blurry and Kenny got upset because I showed the pictures on the tablet because I didn't know what I was doing yet, and it was all blurry. I said, no, next year it's gonna be good because I'll figure it out. And all I had to do was reset the Wi-Fi. Did have that minor glitch twice. But, everything is. But for the most part, I know how to. We all know how to produce and just send the pictures and put it in a computer and link it there, and everything fits nice and perfectly. So we'll see. So November 1st, I will do my show. Talk about the same old things, but November 2nd we can do All Souls Day. Yeah, it works out. Welcome to All Souls Day, where we celebrate those who have passed in remembrance of it all. I am your host, the Reverend Amagon. Welcome to Spill the Geek Tea. Oh, let's just do that. Let me read that. Let me read under that. Spinning off into filling the void. Welcome to Spill the Geek Tea. Join us as we go beyond and venture forth into all fandoms. Enter if you dare, and please wipe your feet. Amazingly brilliant could describe every fantastic, genuine, hilarious impersonation justifying cake's longevity. Maybe not. Oi. Please quote regularly some tasty, unique, vivacious words. Zennials, zuppification, yuppification, Zed. Zuppification. That's a new word right there. Let's go. Back to the comments. Oh, dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Okay, so where were they? Were up there. Okay. Well, for Halloween, yeah. Get some people on here. Hmm. Mr. Pibb fridge. Oh yeah, when I do the video, I gotta put it in the fridge. Write this down. Spill the geek tea. Soothing your inner geek hunger. Well, that, like I said, there are people every now and then pop in to my videos and say they'd like for me to do ASMR. So for Halloween, I did years ago, I read poems or monologues for every day of the month, and then into November 1st, November 2nd. So if need, I can do shorts for that, like, in the voice of that'd be interesting. Spill the geek tea, soothing your inner geek hunger. Or just a line just to say during Gregor's Gourmet. That old chat GPT. I don't know how to do that. I'll get a Halloween shirt. Or yeah, am I supposed to? I got the boss behind me. I still haven't found a place to put velvet chains there because I was waiting for them to come onto the show. But I can wear the velvet chains T-shirt. So we do I don't know, something, or even record a video. To record a video to put on Friday. It'd be some kind of weird concept we'd try to work on for when we get to October. Like take over do an episode on timescales, do an episode of Spill the Geek Tea, just not even an episode, but just a short. No, a short video on timescales. A short video on Spill the Geek Tea just to put out there on time for Halloween. I don't know. Something, I'll work out something. Something unique. Wow. That's when I remember to do the video. So since I don't have to watch Lux, I will watch Lux, but I don't have to review it on Tuesday because Full House. Maybe because I gave such a high review for the last one. I don't know. Well, fine. You know, switch out people in Legend Trying Cars anyway. It's fun when I popped in, but so when I can, I'm good. No big deal. That's why I have my own shows. Katie and I got to get together to. Hey, I'm at the end of the chats to do the short videos for Kenzo Knows intro to StreamYard, and if he and I do that first, that'll be part one. Then Jo hosts part two. So everyone, and then when I try to get Oz, he says, too busy on some other time. See what happens next year. Maybe I'll put his picture back for next year. We'll see. Or maybe this year. Who knows? Who knows? I want to get everyone's interpretation or everyone's knowledge of StreamYard. I say, okay, StreamYard part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, dun, 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 dun. And then I'll do like an ultimatum with like, this is all the information I got. So Kenzo's Creation says, this Timescale says, this Ostradamus Toys, if it can be, this, Meg J Retro, this. So just mix it up together as from this person says, this is how you do this. This person says, how you do this. This person did this. This is what I learned. So in accumulation, this is the pre-ultimate guide to learning StreamYard. I could write down important when streaming to a profile. Viewer comments won't show up unless the stream is public on Facebook. By default, it's a friends only. And read the whole thing again, which I did not know. It just said, I just saw on the bottom, can't post comments to some destinations, learn more, and had no idea why. And then I go onto Facebook as people are posting. Why are they posting? Why is that showing up? Why doesn't that make sense to me? But it's there. Thank you, Pedro. Yes, we're going to be hosting Easter tomorrow night, so if you pop in, be my guest. Be my guest. Have a good night. Say it at the same time. Jinx. Okay, the show did last over 3 hours, almost 4 hours. I'm surprised. StreamYard is allowing that to happen. And to all others, the other few people, because I'm not watching myself. I haven't even finished going through Facebook yet. Oh my goodness gracious. Someone tagged me. Okay. A good life is when you assume nothing, do more, need less, smile often, dream big, laugh a lot, and realize how blessed you are. And Skeletor says, FYI, you pee on a jellyfish sting, not a jelly stain. Again, my apologies to the lady at the Waffle House this morning. How come 8 hours at home take 20 minutes, but 8 hours at work take 6 days? So I need to finish up what I'm doing here, but I'm going to... Yes, time... So I went from wow, feel like I have run a marathon, ow, time for nap. Ow, feeling like I have run a marathon now, time for nap. And time for me to end the stream, which now has gone down to 4. Finish up Facebook. As the Wichita lineman is there on the line. Looking at Facebook memories of all these songs. Just can't get to them now. I'm in too deep. But good stream. So let me run through here real fast. Thank you for all those who have popped in. To the one person that made one comment, I just don't understand tarot. Every time someone reads tarot of me, it's generally the same. So let's get to the banners real fast. We catch us on Spill the Geek Tea, which I'm on the studio right now because I went to the wrong studio again. But you can always find me on YouTube at Reverend Amagon. Catch Grego on the Timescales and Spill the Geek Tea. Catch the Candyman on Instagram and Spill the Geek Tea. Dave's Not Here Man. Catch Pedro on x.com/sliders8600. JB soon enough. Trying to get Eliza back on. Trying to get Katie back on. Trying to get Eldor back on. Kenny and I are going to do some stuff, so we will retain everything there. And go check out Make Shape Create, because Corey has made a 3D figure of himself, which I need to watch the video again. I'm holding off on that one guy. I'm not going to delete his thing again. Maybe he'll come back if he's promoting his stuff. But I'm going to move him down. Oh, I don't want to move down. I want to move there. Mikey should be higher than that. Yeah. Yeah, Mikey goes higher. There it is. Mikey. Fezorama from Dave. And since all the banners are the same, all that stuff there. Because, Dave's not here, man. He was busy. Everything else. I'm going to see, because Kenny and I will be recording short videos. Nothing for them live. Nothing for mainstream, like Gadget always said. It was like two people and so long a video just put into a playlist, and that's what I want to do. So creating a playlist for Kenny, and so he has returned being co-host for Spill the Geek Tea. So he retains his picture under Katie, because Katie only did 1 episode this year, but she should return. Oh yes, let's follow Pedro on Sliders. Sliders 8600 on X.com, and I think that's about it. Now I have down to 4 people. 1 still on Twitch, which is kind of scary. And so the live stream is still set already for. Now done 2. Wow. Still set tomorrow for Easter, so we'll get to that tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Eastern. Spill the Geek Tea goes back to being live for 1 episode, and then taped, and then live, and then live, and then taped, and live, and live, and taped. So a lot of fun. So thank you the rest of you all for watching, and always remember, time waits and turns slowly. And since I'm on this stream, I'm going to use the outro.
Yo, spilt the tea drama? Not anymore. Remember to mop up and switch the kettle off. Here's how to switch it off like a pro. Unplug it from the socket. It's the safest way to ensure it's off. Don't forget to like, share with everyone, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and happy brewing.